Hey, recording. Hey, was that okay? Finally get started. Here we go. So, we open upon the market squares of New Fair City. There are dozens of street stalls selling various goods to the local citizens. Peaches! Get your fresh peaches! Honeydews! Melons! Lovely and huge! The size of your head, sir! Among these shopkeepers, hawking their wares, pulls up a large truck with the familiar symbol of the Radiant Corporation on it. Emerging from it, a handsome man in a fine suit and an attractive woman in a blue dress emerge, carrying what looks to be a small crate of strange, glowing fruit. The man calls upon the crowd, opening his arms, shouting out, "Ladies and gentlemen, come here and gather around as I wish to introduce you to the latest miracle of the food of our age, the wonderful soul fruit." He pulls out a small glowing fruit similar to that of an apple. The crowd gathers around, awed at this strange sight. "This here fruit, ladies and gentlemen, is the most wondrous fruit that modern science can create. Have no time to eat a full meal due to a busy day of work? Well, soul fruit is your answer. One single fruit eaten will not only give you the calories and vitamins needed for an entire day, but will give you all the energy you need as well." He looks over to what looks to be a student wearing glasses and a book. He goes, "You, sir, have a workload needed to be done by morning, writing a paper, or perhaps you just want to go out drinking all night with the boys. Well, soul fruit is your answer, giving you a massive boost of energy, allowing you to work and play all night long and the next morning, too." He looks over and sees a large man trying to lift boxes. "You, sir, having trouble performing physical tasks, I see. Seeming that your strength is not good enough? Well, eat a soul fruit. It gives you the power you need to lift even the heaviest of objects, sir. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the answer to all of your needs is here in this magnificent little fruit. Gather around, people. Don't be shy. The first fruit is free for each person. So come and try. What do you have to lose? Come get your soul fruit." People gather around the man, urgently trying to push forward, gathering one of the fruits as he hands them out, as his lovely assistant hands out each person a glowing fruit. As they take bites into him, energy seems to exuberate throughout the crowd. And now... Did I see something silly? One moment, I did. We then move over as we discover our party. Once again... I gotta get to the scenes again. There we go. Activate. So, once again... You are called to the lighthouse of the Candela Obscura by your lighthouse keeper, Bertram. It seems he has summoned you all here, for once again the Radiant Corporation is up to their old tricks. You each enter the area, viewing old Bertram standing before each of you, with his cane in hand and mask, as he greets the four new arrivals, or the four familiar arrivals. And for the sake that Carly has no idea who this is, I will share his art. That is your lighthouse keeper, Bertram.
Hello, Bertram.
Oh, good day, my friends. I see you have all returned. I'm afraid things have gotten a little bit crazy. It seems the Radiant Corporation has been selling a strange new fruit amongst the streets. Troubling, as we have been gathering information about this phenomenon.
For the sake of just, since Carly is new, why don't everybody introduce their character and describe what they see? We'll start at the top with Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Hello.
Hey, cutie.
Hi. Abigail, as you can see, phenomenal, wearing this magnificent she probably actually would have changed her dress to not be green anymore.
Thanks.
Technically, it was only
Appreciate it.
green liquid you were scared of, so...
Hey, look,
Yes,
green is still enough to set me
but
on
I
edge.
think, you know, the PTSD a little bit just from all of us, even if it's more apparent in some of our members than others. So it would probably be more of like that shade but blue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just walking around. When she walks around, you don't hear like shoes. You can hear like her feet slapping on the ground. She doesn't wear shoes. She's barefoot
Feet
all
slapping.
the time.
I love that
Resident-
from her.
Resident maniac.
Yeah, she's just kind of like energetic, kind of just like lounging somewhere, sitting very strangely in her chair.
Sounds pretty weird. Get it?
Looking
See what I did there?
So happy to be here.
I love
Missing
that
a
from
finger.
her.
Chilling.
I hope it grows back.
Next up, Nana, if you'd like to introduce your character as well.
Yeah, my guy is... I don't know where he would be in this room. He's just leaning against a wall. He's just wearing a regular, like, white button-up shirt, some tan pants, and boots and stuff. He's got these pair of pistols that are in holsters on either side, but it's like a backpack holster, not like a belt holster. And his name is John Winchester.
Very good. Storm, if you would please.
So Cyrus Godric Beaumont is wearing a large oversized overcoat, a sleek blue suit with kind of this red collar kind of draping over his suit. Very nice dress boots and a kind of fairly large dark teal briefcase that's like stuffed full of things. You can see papers like flowing out of it a little bit. He wears a monocle over his right eye, his white hair is slicked back, and he wears a black fedora.
Okay. A man's man, if you will.
A man's man.
And finally, Tornak.
Jeremy Esquire stands at about average height. You see him with a black overcoat and a nice blue vest on. Definitely looking the part of fake royalty with how he dresses. Obviously a little embellished. But manages to pull it off in his own way.
Okay.
Okay. And as you are gathered together in the room with Bertram, he looks over at each of you.
I'm glad to see you've all recovered from your last adventures. I know it was a bit harrowing with the underdog beast, but yeah, the Candela Obscura appreciates all that you have done. Though with this new mission we might need some more assistance, so I have taken it upon myself to include another person to join your great group. Madam, if you would so please come in here and introduce yourself.
Are we not enough, Bert?
Frankly, no.
I can respect a man who's honest with me.
Do you remember what happened last time?
I choose not to.
To be fair, the dead constable was quite a thing to cover up.
I feel like all eyes in the room look at Cyrus.
Look, I had to do the best, given this situation.
Yes, well, in
We
any case,
achieved what we needed to do, didn't we?
I did not say you failed. I'm just saying a bit of assistance might go a long way. But in any case, madam, if you'd please come in.
And Carly, would you please describe your
Yeah,
character?
I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
I would say that she comes in kind of sheepishly. A like white, like pressed white shirt tucked into overalls. Not a thing out of place. Everything on her person looks very neat and organized. I will say that she does have a gun in a holster that looks like it's never been touched. But a well-used notepad also on her side. And I will walk forward and say, "Hi, I'm Corian. You can call me Corey. Some of my friends do."
Welcome to the circus, Corey.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You'll find
And
out.
I
You'll
don't
learn very
like-
quickly.
She takes her notepad, writes something down, puts it back.
Hush, hush. I think we'll get along just fine.
It's always good to have new blood along.
Just
That's
fine.
Abigail.
I
Hi.
I
Giving,
like
a
my
very sly wave.
I like my blood where it is, if you don't mind.
Oh, I never said that I was going to displace it. It's just nice to have new blood in the circle.
Oh, right, of course.
Please don't mind them. It takes a bit to get used to them, but I'm sure you will get along with them quite swimmingly. Well, in any case, I wanted to speak with all of you. Now, I wish to ask a question. What have all of you heard about this new fruit that has been taking over the market these last several days?
Do we know anything?
I would say you know some of the basics. You've heard that there's been this new fruit that's been is apparently like a superfood. Basically what you got out of the intro, the guy introductions.
A couple of my mates have been eating it. Said that makes them feel like they're high on life again.
Rather peculiar, isn't it? It sounds quite interesting that someone could gain such invigoration from such things.
I don't eat fruit.
Where do you get your nutrients, my dear boy?
Burgers?
Aye.
What do you mean you don't eat fruit?
I don't eat fruit.
Like never?
Not once.
John never change.
You haven't eaten a single fruit at all.
Does that mean that you don't have tomato on your burgers?
No.
Well, then
What
you
is
have
it
eaten
about-
fruit.
Wow.
What is it about fruit that you don't like about them? Is it just they're fruit and you just
Don't trust them.
immediately?
What's your stance on vegetables?
Vegetables are fine. Fruit, can't trust them.
I see his logic.
Is it because
I-
they're seedy?
Exactly. Bertram, he knows. He knows.
Bertram has my back.
Is this a joke? Are you making a joke?
John is always serious.
Oh, heavens no.
Yes, well,
A heart attack.
Jeremy, I'm surprised to still see you here, to be honest, Jeremy. I thought you would have abstained. from
I can't find anywhere else to pay me better.
Hmm,
He just likes us, I think.
he might.
I'm surprised to
bonded
see
so
you
well.
here. And not in a jail cell.
Myself.
him?
Cyrus, yes.
It was covered up. It's fine. Look,
What?
it was either
We were accomplices.
he died through the weird skeleton
zombie.
creature, or I accidentally shot him.
Or I suppose if you want to be macabre
Just-
about it, you could call her Vera Montgomery.
I'm just gonna let you all know I did not bring the machete tonight, so we do not have it today.
Oh hell, why are we even being sent out?
Ruined this mission.
Single-handedly.
I think you're being a little. I think you're being a little exaggerative with that.
Calculations have proved in our last mission that the machete had an 100% success rate. So
You know, I might even say it had 110%.
Trust the man behind the machete, not the machete. Come on.
I don't know if I can.
What? Why?
You don't eat fruit.
They're seedy. What can I say?
De-seed them?
That takes way too long.
Bert, what are we doing?
Yes, if you're all finished then. The fact of the matter is that fruit has some rather...
Not about the fruit, about something else. Please.
The soul fruit, that's what this whole mission is about, miss.
Oh, right. Right. But not about his aversion to fruit.
No, I'm referring to the demonic fruit that is causing disaster.
Right. Okay.
Wait, is the writing S-O-L like the sun, or S-O-U-L like, you know, I like motion at my chest?
S-O-U-L is how they spell it.
Okay.
But in any case...
You can't trust fruit.
In any case... As I was saying, the fruit has been having some rather unfortunate side effects to those who consume it. In various ways. One such of this is that apparently this fruit, I suppose to no shocker to any who would be aware of such a thing, is highly addictive. When someone eats it for a while and stops, they begin to get withdrawal syndromes. It can lead to rather unfortunate ailments, sicknesses, headaches, and in the extreme case, it seems, death. Also, there was a report of one who ate too many of these apples at once, or fruits at once, and went into a berserker-style rage. Apparently he tore 3 men apart before he was finally brought down by the constables.
John, I might have to start agreeing with you.
Was he a big man prior to this?
I believe he was a dock worker.
Oh, then surely some of that was his own strength, right?
Don't count
Right?
on it.
Oh wait, Carl, do me a favor. Could you put your character's name in chat just so I can like reference it?
Oh yeah, I
Change our names.
like that, but I told everyone they could call me Corey.
Corey's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Miss Glory,
Or
yes,
he's in the circle.
as far as I know, he was a somewhat large man, but the fact that he ripped off 2 men's arms and used them to beat a 3rd man to death is probably a bit much.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good indicator, huh?
Yes.
Very cool, thank you.
Understood.
In any case, there's been other various scenarios, though the government seems to be turning in blind eyes to these incidents at the moment, to the simple sake that the fruit has, on the other hand, increased the productivity of the city by 50 points, almost doubling production, since the people using it don't seem to sleep.
I did not realize that there was points in that sort of thing. That is curious.
Points as in, like, perspective of, like, productivity.
GDP and all that.
Indeed.
That makes more sense.
But, yes, it has been I highly suspect these apples have been corrupted by the bleed. Once again, it seems the corporation is using their powers for harming the citizens of our city and may cause untold disaster if we do not take care of this. I want you to discover about these fruits what you can. At the moment, they are still just being sold in the local market. See if you can head down there and discover anything about this. As always, your mission is simple. Discover the origin of said fruit and, if possible, eliminate it.
Well, I
Well.
have a concoction for this.
No, you don't.
I do.
I don't think it was the concoction so much as him using a gun.
It only got worse from there.
I will refrain from using guns.
Blessed my day.
I mean, you can use guns, just don't use them to shoot the living.
It wasn't the intention last time.
Yeah,
It
it just
won't
seems
be
to
the
be an
intention
unfortunate
this-
circumstance.
Of course.
In any case, the carriage will be waiting for you outside when the lot of you are ready to leave.
Can
Very well, hop hop, let's go.
I ride
Where's
shotgun
the-
this time?
I don't know that I trust any of you driving, actually.
Oh, I'm not gonna
You
drive it.
don't know any
You're
of
the
us.
driver.
Yeah, but first impressions say a lot.
Well, I'm gonna go out
Listen,
there and
I
Jeremy
can
walks out.
drive. It's fine.
We have a driver. We had one last time.
That's
Okay.
besides the point.
Can all of us fit? Now that there's 5 of us?
Actually,
Time to
that
double up.
brings up an interesting point. We actually don't have a carriage for you this time. We have one of the new, what did they call them? Automobiles ready if one of you wishes to take it.
Perfect. I drove one in the military. Let's go.
I trust him. He
I
had Very
don't.
good hat. He was very efficient.
Here, you could take this with you, Corey.
And he hands you like a helmet.
She takes it and puts it on and like clips it.
How much distrust? Unwarranted, too.
If you'd eaten a fruit in your life, perhaps I wouldn't distrust you.
He grows on you. Like a horrible infection, really.
I do not wish to be infected by anything.
Well, you're too late now. You're already in here.
You're
I don't know what
already
that has to do-
infected by life.
Thank you, Abby.
No
Oh
problem.
my god.
You're strange.
Thank you. I love her already.
I think that was verbatim what happened between Jeremy and Abby on the train.
I think it's endearing. All right, she like touches the top of the helmet, making sure it's on like snugly. I'm
Listen,
ready,
I know,
suppose.
I know you're worried about the not eating fruit thing, but it's fine. It has no bearing on me being able to drive. I promise.
I just worry about whether or not in your entire life you've passed a normal bowel movement.
I don't
I
wish
will
to
be
think about
grading-
that.
I will be grading you on your driving skills. so-
Do you know how to drive?
I
He
do
just
know.
stares
I
at
do
Corey. You know you get fiber from things other than fruit, right?
Bert, can you hand me the keys? I'll go ahead and get it started.
I trust him to drive even less. Oh goodness!
In any case, by the way, this is an old school car. There's no such thing as keys.
Whatever.
Like an
Well,
old.
I will-
This is a Model
I will
T
go
guy.
to the.
You
I
guys
will go to
exit.
the Model T.
You would see a Model T with the old turn crank handle for the engine.
Now, I want to let you all know before we get in this car, this specific model is notorious for not being able to back up.
Why do we need to back up?
Abigail
inc-
ignored everything you said and was just getting in the car.
Yeah, I'm right there with Abigail
So
and my
that-
helmet.
Cyrus pulls out, has a notebook in hand, and he's muttering to himself while he's writing.
Subject seems unsure about possibly crashing.
I'll take shotgun.
Funnily enough, Model Ts actually couldn't back up. They had no reverse.
I'm gonna write in my notepad that if I die, I loved my mother.
This is your fear right here. This is what's gonna happen.
I get in the car and I start it up, and I look at Jeremy. I'm like, Jeremy, I know this guy at the market sells the best lychee you could ever ask for.
Well, as long as we keep it off the books, I'm fine. We have 3 others that can handle the investigation.
Anyways, I take it you get in the Model T and start driving.
I'm already in.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you guys start making your way down towards the street market, the street where you had heard that the soul fruit was being sold. There you find a bustling street full with people going about their daily business, many of which are about selling items and going about. You see several stall marketers, and you see that it seems like several different shops and stalls have soul fruit for sale signs up on their stores. As you guys move into the streets.
I don't think we're gonna have a hard time finding soul fruit,
No, it sounds like half the city's
or at least
hooked on it,
sellers for soul fruit.
Sellers are just the middleman. We want to get to the source, of course.
How
Yeah,
Let's
so-
go to Trader Joe's. I need to get some lychee from there, and maybe they're selling soul fruit.
I'm
How's
sorry,
it-
who is Joe?
Oh, I used to run with him back in the day.
Did you?
Don't know
Yeah.
Joe.
No, I've never met a Joe in my life.
Any Joe? You haven't met any. I know 4 off the top of my head.
His
How good
last
is John's
name.
driving?
His last
It's-
name's Mama.
Joe Mama. What a weird name.
He got it changed after after some unfortunate incident with his parents.
Oh, what happened to Joe Mama?
She died.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
How good is John's driving?
Do you want me to roll on this? It's a control.
Honestly, Nano, this isn't a test, so if your character as long knows how to drive, he's fine.
Okay, yeah. It's fine driving.
I should have driven. I know how to drive, and I'm a woman.
Subject.
Arrested.
Arrested.
Driving skills.
Well, see how that has any bearing on that.
Only time will tell, I guess. Cyrus, make 2 columns. We'll have to have it drive back.
2 columns. That's a good point.
I will pull up to Trader Joe's.
So you
Does Trader Joe's have a soul fruit sign up?
You do see like a little sign at his window saying "soul fruits for sale" on his side as well. And
Hey, Joe!
As you enter, you see Trader Joe Mama standing at the side. As you see this like 6'6", like rotund burly man with like a bald shaved head, big walrus mustache, and like tattoos all across his arms.
I'm so sorry to hear about your mother.
What you say about my mama?
Wait a second. I need a minute.
Good old Joe!
Oh, hey boys, what you here for?
Not a whole lot.
I
here-
wanted some lychee.
Exactly.
Oh, you always good for the lychee, John. Good stuff.
Yes.
I'm going to fucking jump.
I see you're selling soul fruit.
Oh yeah, the soul fruit's been really good lately. Been selling a lot of it, especially them college kids.
I assume you got to pick up quite a bit since they sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, well, I mean, one crate tends to last, one fruit per customer sort of thing.
Hey, Heath,
Yes.
what exactly does investigation equipment do?
I mean, it lets you
It
investigate.
investigates.
Nice. Cool. That's very helpful. Thank you. No further questions, Your
So,
Honor.
Carl, it's just like it'd be like magnifying glass, like dusting for fingerprints, that kind of stuff. Anything that
Okay.
goes in the line of investigation.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Basically, it's the Sherlock Holmes kit. Oh, who's your friend there?
Which one?
Which one? We got a car full.
Oh, he looks out the door. Oh, I see. You got a couple of dames with you. Who's the gent?
Professor.
Oh, one of them
He's,
smarty pants.
one and
He's
only.
very interested in soul fruit.
Well, if he's interested to buy, I sell. What you guys want?
Well, I suppose a soul fruit for the old man, lychee for us. Abby, Corey, you all want anything?
Oh, I would love some hay. Do you have hay?
No, she doesn't.
Hey?
They're fine.
Hey, like for horses.
Yeah.
You gotta scratch his head. Let me check the back. You just see
That means I'm gonna whisper to Abby. That means no.
he goes in the back, and after you hear what sounds like the tearing of fabric. And he comes up with a handful of hay. It's good.
Thank you.
Anyway, how much for all this?
For you, sir. And once again, I don't know what the currency in this world is, so it's whatever it is. It's a reasonable price. It seems like he gave you a discount since you guys are customers, favorite customers of his.
I will give him the requested currency amount.
Hey, Joe, when is your next pickup supposed to be?
For what?
For the soul fruit.
Oh, a couple days from now, probably.
Is it all coming from the same distributor?
As far as I know, the Radiant Soul Corporation.
Oh, them. I've heard
I didn't-
many things about them.
I didn't realize they had a distribution warehouse out here.
I don't know where the warehouse is. I just know a big truck comes in and delivering them.
Oh. And when are you expecting this shipment?
2 days?
In 2 days?
Well,
At the moment, yeah.
Oh, thanks for that, Joe.
Anytime, John. And he kind of leans in. By the way, if you want to introduce me to the little fillies over there, always good times.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
As the giant 6'6" walrus bearded mustache shaved head man just waves at you two girls with a smile.
I wave back.
Crazily.
I wave back, afraid for my life.
well, that was a dead end as far as figuring out where the shipment goes. How to go about getting it.
I also stuff the hay into my pockets.
It's
What
very
do you-
coarse.
What do you plan to do with that hay?
To have it?
As what?
Just to have it.
I
I'm a
pull out
reader.
I pull out a lychee, and it's this little spiked ball. And I pull out just a pocket knife, and I cut it open, and peel the skin back, and inside is like this little white ball, and I hand it to Jeremy. I pull out another one, do the same thing, and I eat it.
Follow suit.
Funnily enough, I had a light sheet when I saw Nikki. They're pretty good.
Is that a
Oh, you didn't
fruit?
eat fruit.
It's in a fruit. It's lychee. What are you talking about?
It's
Very
a
different.
fruit.
Lychee.
Don't tell him. Tell him. Don't tell him. It's fine.
Well, we gather that there's a distributor nearby, and they come by a truck, I assume every day, if they sound like this.
As you guys are talking, it's about that point you hear, "Hey, wait, stop!" As you just hear Joe screaming, as you see this one kid just run past the pair of you. As he see like what looks to be a street urchin run past you, carrying what looks to be a couple of soul fruit in his arms.
Don't worry, Joe. I got it. I'm gonna chase after him.
Shoot
Shit, blows the
Pull
kid
out
up.
a gun and shoot him.
You see John do the T-1000 run.
Okay, roll me a move.
What's your move score?
It's a 2.
Okay.
That is a full success. No, mixed success. I don't know why it came out green.
I don't know either.
No idea.
They didn't come out green for me.
All of them are coming out green now.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
but one
that's
have come out
weird.
green so far.
Anyway, so yeah, so
Is it-
it's a mixed success. So you are able to catch. You kind of go up and you. By the way, I forgot to mention this is something too, Carly. I should mention anytime I ask for a roll, I will say what the risk is, whether it's low, medium, or high risk. This was obviously a low risk.
Okay.
If I don't generally say anything, assume low. But anyways, yeah, you're able to catch him, but you're a little winded. This kid's a little tough to catch by, but you just catch the scuff of him after like a good 5 minutes worth of chasing as you kind of like leaping over freaking stalls and diving underneath the rails, and then you almost run through 2 men carrying a glass mirror as he just dives under it.
A baseball slide under it.
Yeah. But actually catch him by the leg finally. He goes, "Oi, let me go, mister!"
Oh. Stop running. I smoke way too much for this.
And he doesn't need enough fruit.
So far you see a ratty
He doesn't
looking...
need any fruit.
You see what looks to be a ratty looking kid and kind of like good dusty colored clothing. Got a bit of a cap on his head. And it's just kind of like a bit of snot running down his nose. As you see this lad now in your arms.
What a little lad.
I assume Jeremy would catch up at a light jog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna also follow, but at a brisk walk. Cardio is not popping for me.
After a bit, you guys all catch up to him. No worries.
Yeah.
Good catch, John.
Thank you.
I'm gonna like squat down to the kid. Hey, what are you doing stealing from him?
What? Kids gotta eat, don't we, boy? Especially with me mate missing.
You missing someone?
Kind of looks around there. It's like, me mate missing. Jerry.
Jerry, what happened to him? Do you know?
I don't know, mister. He got one of them soul fruits and real special one. Like it was like, you know how most of the soul fruit grow blue? This one was like pale white. But then like he just disappeared the next day. I don't know what happened to him.
Can you take us to the last place you saw him?
Kind of looks about. Roll me for this, just because it's a low risk. But roll me the the persuasion thing called in this
Sway.
again?
Sway.
Sway. Thank you. The sway.
So, if you do need to know how rolls work, or
I'll be right back.
I did.
I just want to double check.
That is a failure. And he goes, "You're kidding me. I don't want to go anywhere near there. I'll tell you where it is, but that's about as much as you get from me, ma'am."
Hey,
Come on, kid. Just take us close to there. How about that?
Hey, kid. What if I get you some food? We'll make sure you cleaned up a little bit. I'll make sure, and then you show us where that's at. All right? I know what it's like to be in your shoes.
Look, mister, all I'll tell you is he lives down at the docks by the old abandoned warehouse.
The abandoned warehouse. I think I know where that is. Alright.
Which
Pick
one?
up all those. The one by the docks. Most of the other ones are full. Should be, at least, unless things have changed.
Well, I guess with everything going up, 50 points.
Alright, kid. Pick up all those soul food. I'll take you back to Joe. And if you ask him nicely, he's a nice enough man. He'll make sure you're fed.
You gotta look.
Make sure you apologize, though.
Okay, Governor. I'll do that.
He's got some fruit with him, right?
He's got one of the
Yeah.
soul fruits in his arm. Yep.
Well, we also bought one for you. So
Can I inspect our soul fruit?
Sure. How are you inspecting it?
eating it.
Just kind of looking it all over.
You should lick it.
So looking at it just a glance, there's no check for this because you're just looking at the moment. It glows blue like a fluorescent light, almost, right? It seems to have like a warmth to the touch. Not hot, but almost like a soft, warm glow to it.
Do we have like a knife or something that I just slice it open a little bit? Take a
I got a
cut.
pocket knife I use for my lychee.
Yeah, cut it open.
Okay, you cut it open, and it seems to have like a very clear, like almost like grape-like inside to it. You don't see any core seeds to it anywhere in the center. It seems to be all fruit, almost like a giant seedless grape.
Can I touch it with my gloved hand?
Sure, you touch it with your gloved hand, it's squishy.
Like the
Biff it.
inside is fine.
I mean, yeah, as far as you can tell, it's squishy.
It's like an eyeball.
Sure is, Abby. Sure is.
I'm going to
You know, that could be a delicacy.
I'm going to make an acidic concoction, and then I'm going to pour it on the sliced piece.
I told you. Welcome to the circus.
So I take it you're using your item for the alchemy kit again?
Yes.
Yeah, because that is something you just can't have.
Yeah.
That's a special. Okay, yeah, so you take out your alchemy kit and you pour the acid onto the fruit and it starts to dissolve.
What did you expect would happen, Cyrus?
It would turn into a constable. That's what I expected.
What?
I was just wondering if it would have any other adverse effects to it melting away. I'm sure it could.
You're terrifying Corey over here. Come on.
I'm just gonna pinch the bridge of my nose.
I've taken the urchin back to Trader Joe.
No, so Trader Joe is happy to get the fruit back from the kid, and he, for quick conversation's sake, you said you were. Is there anything you wanted to tell Trader Joe, Jeremy, while you do that?
He's in a rough spot right now. Apparently his only friend, when he runs with, has up and vanished.
Oh, that's horrible! He looks the kid up and down. A bit dirty, but if the kid wants to work, I could probably use a stock boy.
Shouldn't be much harder. It's much easier money than that, right?
Gosh, mister, I suppose, okay. And Trader Joe Mama takes the kid up and takes him to the back room to train him into stock boy industry. As the
Make sure you don't need any of the goods.
The kid nods to you as you head back to the others, as you now see Cyrus pouring acid onto the soul fruit.
I think you need to put a gunshot in it before it does anything.
Don't do that.
Alright, well. Should we go down towards the docks and check them out?
We have no other leads right now, unless someone else has any other ideas. Splendid.
You should probably get going soon because Highway 6 gets really bad around this time of day.
Fuck's a highway.
What are
Oh,
sorry, what are illumination keys?
Don't worry about them.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll worry about those after we get the full rules.
Basically, you can use your illumination keys as just like ways to like RP. They usually use that if you hit them, then it's level up stuff, but we're not worrying about that because I mean, when we played the first time, the full release wasn't even out.
Yeah.
And we're not really like too into the full release yet, so we're not. So you can use them as just ways that you can express your character, but don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But basically, that's how the illumination keys is how you level up. Long story short.
Okay.
So yeah, you get like certain amount of points per one that I think you can say yes to.
Yeah. If you do those things during the mission, it helps you level up at the end of the mission. Any case, back to it. So, you guys heading down to the docks, or?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You get back into your Model T, once again, revving up the engine and start puttering down to the docks. There you guys find yourselves in the open area of the docks where plenty of, the boats and shipping is being about, burly men and women and moving about, as well as the ladies and gentlemen of the night as they sell their wares, so to speak.
Nothing makes me more nostalgic than this part of town.
Does it?
What were you doing?
Going up.
I would like to take out my investigation equipment, promptly ignore this conversation, and begin to survey the area and look for signs of this Jerry fella.
I see you're quite the investigator.
Something like that.
Cyrus pulls out his own stuff and also begins looking around.
Okay, did you just also pull out investigation tools? Do you both have investigation tools?
I
do.
No, I guess he just looks around himself. I guess he doesn't pull out his own tools. He just pulls out.
Okay, so you guys start exploring the area, trying to figure out where you are. You guys kind of know the general area where the warehouse district is, and I'll tell you what. Roll me a survey.
I cannot invest. I have no fucking drives.
It's a low risk,
No drives,
Corey.
what?
If you want, Corey's the one with the tools out, so Corey can roll me a survey. What?
5.
Mixed success.
Mixed success. Okay, so you are eventually look around the streets, and you eventually come to be what you're fairly certain is what looks to be the abandoned warehouse you figured, right? It's the ratty opening, the torn up areas, the smashed windows. Like this looks abandoned. But as you approach it, you kind of accidentally bump into the front door opening without realizing that inside there seems to be people there. Large, burly men looking about, mumbling to each other.
I'm good at this. Can I sneak? Try and find a way to sneak in. For context, I'm a slink. I'm detective slink.
Yeah.
Specifically.
That's good. Yeah, you can sneak in to hide. Roll me a. Well, you know what? Roll me a hide check. Mixed success. The mixed success. Okay, you almost. That was like, ooh, is that a failure?
Yeah.
I was a little worried there for a second. Mixed success. So as you kind of move in, you are able to get closer towards. By the way, this is
Oh, wait. Never mind. No, it's fine. I figured it out.
Okay. You kind of move in. I would have said this, by the way, would have been a medium risk. So as you move in to sneak in, you are able to kind of see. What is the rest of you doing as you just watch Corey just sneak into the warehouse by herself? As you, the four of you are just kind of out there wondering what she's doing.
What is exactly around us?
So at the moment
Are
you're
we near the water, or
yeah, you're close-ish to the water. You're not right by the dock, but you're probably a good minute or two walk to the dock. Like, it's very visible nearby. At the moment, not much is it. It's kind of late in the evening at this point. Most of the workers have gone home. Though you do occasionally see, as I say, the night street walkers were about. But this specific warehouse, there isn't anyone really working by.
Abigail will like rummage around and see if she can find like a plank of wood or even just like a large chip of wood or something.
Okay, that's easy enough. There's, like I said, this place is pretty torn down, so there probably is like a loose piece of wood just lying about.
She grabs the large shard and shoves it in her pocket.
Okay. Someone's working their way for a scarecrow, it seems. As we're moving in, anybody else doing anything before I move on with Corey?
Jeremy will probably be back on lookout again.
Okay, so you're taking a quick look out. This is a low risk, but roll me a survey.
I don't know. He's not like looking for anything. He's like looking, like
Yeah,
making sure. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. This
Okay,
is a survey for in case someone's look comes about. If you see that, notice something. Things are happening, so this may have an effect.
Sweet.
That is a failure. Okay. Anybody else? John?
John's not back.
Oh, he's not back yet.
I can do a survey.
I don't generally let multiple do.
Is
This
that
is a
not?
D&D,
Okay,
man.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
D&D.
fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
non-D&D rules.
That's
Not
fine.
multiple people can't do the same thing.
Is there any other details about in the area that I could maybe? Is there anything?
You do see what looks to be like a small dinghy in the distance.
Anything specific about that dinghy?
If you got closer, you could make out details. At this distance, all you can tell is
He'll get closer.
Okay, so you approach the dinghy, and it kind of looks to be fairly basic, though it does look like it had been recently it's been in recent use by the looks of it. As in the
Okay.
it's been slashed. The oars seem to be Yes. Hello.
Sorry, I just had a brain moment. I'm still trying to figure out the rules of things. It's fine.
yeah, no
Carry
worries.
on.
Is there anything on the dinghy?
At the moment, you just see the oars. Well, they are wet, which is the indication that it was recently used.
Is there anything like hidden on the dinghy?
That would require a check. Survey.
The survey, not a focus.
Your searching, tracking, or spotting, inspection, analyzing, or remember is focus.
Wouldn't expecting be like a more close-up sort of thing?
I'll allow it. It's kind of one. It could be either or.
Yeah,
I feel like
could
it
be
falls
either
in like the investigation versus perception thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So I get, because I have meticulous notes, I have an extra die to all my focus rolls, so I rolled d6, and it is still good. 3d6.
Oh,
damn.
crit success.
Shit.
A critical success, nice.
So as you're looking through the dinghy, looking for it, you don't find something necessarily hidden, but you do notice something that you might have missed earlier, as you do seem to have a note in the dinghy, right?
You will read it?
It seems to just be a note talking about shipments of where the latest pickup of soul fruit is.
I think I might have found a clue.
And with that, we'll move over to Carney, who's now in the warehouse spying on the people there.
Yeah.
So, Corey, as you are now in the warehouse, you see these two large, burly men, each wearing masks, looking about. They seem to be busy moving, cleaning something up that you can't quite make out at the quick glance. And they seem to be mumbling with each other about something, though you didn't quite pass your high enough check to quite hear most of it, but you catch the occasional word of around the fortune we found it. There was another, yeah. It's just every other word you're catching. By the way, these are what these people look like.
Okay, so I have inspection, which is like you have experience examining crime scenes when you make a survey roll to gather evidence about what might have happened at this location. Guild an additional die on this roll. Is that something that I can use here?
You may do so, yes. You may make a survey check to see what you can gather more from.
Okay, so I get an additional die here, so I'm going to do...
No, wait. If it says you guild an additional dice, that does not mean you gain an additional dice.
So remember how I said gilded dice lets you regain drives if you use the gilded die.
Okay, yeah, but I would like to try and survey as well, using this feature now that I'm here, what I'm saying.
So what you can do, Carly, to make that work is you can use a drive to increase the amount of dice you have, and as long as you use the gilded die, one of the gilded die, you would get the drive back immediately.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And then I'm not gonna feel bad about spending my last 2 dice here. Oh my god!
Ooh,
That's
a failure.
Well, if you take the gilded die,
it's a failure regardless. So you take a gilded die.
Yeah, you get your drive back.
You get drive back.
Yay!
As you kind of sneak in to see what's happening, I will say, for the sake of story, you do see what looks. You get really interested in looking at what's happening, and you do notice something that looks like. Wait a minute, is that blood on the floor that they seem to be scrubbing clean? And as you're leaning in, you accidentally knock over a barrel. And they just look over and spot you as, "Oi! Who the fuck are you?" And they just start pulling out what looks to be like fricking monkey wrenches.
I'm assuming we would hear this outside.
Well, for the moment...
Yeah.
Well, Corey, so as these two men are looking at you with monkey wrenches, what are you doing, Corey?
I can distract them. How would I distract them? Oh.
Use the classic, look over there!
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm gonna assume that I had my investigation equipment out. I'm gonna try and, take a magnifying glass and, sneakily toss it to the side so that they hear glass breaking somewhere else. I'm gonna say, "Oh my goodness, what was that?"
Sure, roll me the, what the fuck is that?
It's a
hide. Yeah, distract is hide, yeah.
Yeah.
This will be high risk, mind you.
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
That looks better.
Hey, nice.
Oh, a 6.
Full success. So, you're able to smash it, and they turn. Good thing you had 3 dice. I'm assuming you burnt your drive for that, then.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, don't forget to mark that off because you don't get that one back because that was the last die you used. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So they look over and say, "Whoa, what's that?" And as you look out, you fucking bolt out the door while they're not looking, running into your fellow thing just as As freaking Cyrus comes up with the note, you run out into the door. As you're, wait, where'd she go?
Oh there, old girl. What's wrong?
Jeremy will silently close the door behind Corey. And there's that business settled.
I made
Yeah.
some friends and they weren't so friendly.
Did you just close the door?
Yep.
Okay.
I snuck out through the window for reference.
My apologies. Never mind.
Yeah.
Whoopsies. Normally I'm quite good at sneaking undetected, but there was just something really interesting in there.
What was inside?
There's like blood on the floor, I think.
Seems like we need to go investigate.
No, I think your case is closed. Should be fine.
I've got a concoction for that.
The big men with monkey wrenches might have something to say about our investigation. They almost came for me. I lost my best magnifying glass.
There's monkeys in there?
Cyrus creates a sticky concoction.
That does take minutes, right? Like it's not an instant thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He'll start creating a sticky concoction.
Okay.
I see you came back with a piece of paper that looks a little out of place.
Yes, here you go. It seems like there's a location of the ship.
I could tell it's not as crumbled and balled up as all the others.
Wait, are you insulting my note-taking?
No, I would never.
Is he lying?
I'm just saying. It looks completely different from the other notes.
I take good care of my notes, thank you.
Of course.
As you guys are just kind of talking about it, and he's working on his thing, you start noticing you're about halfway through your concoction. Unfortunately, at this point, Cyrus, as you start noticing that front door start to open.
I'm pulling out my gun.
This should be fun. God, no!
So as you pull out your gun, the two men see you. Goes, "Oi! I thought I saw her!" And they see you with the gun and charge. What do you guys do?
I'm holding it very shakily in the direction of the door. I don't want to shoot. Please, someone help.
So I'm halfway creating the concoction, right?
Yeah, it takes about 10 minutes. It only took 5 minutes because they were wrapping up what they were doing.
Can I just throw the half-made concoction?
Sure, you can.
We're not gonna do anything.
I just want to see it.
Probably won't do
I'm
anything.
about to leave in 10 minutes, so fuck it.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
Roll me a control.
Oh god, this is what got the constables. Am I in the direct line of fire?
It's okay. It's okay. I have high drive this time. It's okay.
Okay.
High. I'll spend a drive.
Yeah, this is gonna be a high risk, so.
Oh.
That's a mixed success. So you hurl the thing and you kind of bop off one of them. He goes, "Ah!" and he stumbles for a minute. Well, it was, "You son of a bitch!" and he just whips his fucking monkey wrench at your head in response.
I really don't want to have to shoot.
And it just cracks you in the shoulder. You take a body, but the one guy's like, his eye is fucking grabbing his eyes. You just poked him in the eye with the bottle, shattering it. Well, the second one just cracks you in the shoulder. So you take a body.
Oh. Hey, big man, listen.
I'm shooting the other one in the leg.
Okay. Fire ace. Use a control. High risk, obviously.
I'm sorry, I have to! He's hurting my new friend! Oh no.
That's a failure!
Did you spend another drive?
Yeah, I have drives in this, it's fine.
So you
Do you have resistance? If you have
Yeah,
resistance,
I have resistance.
Please.
Okay, so you can
So you only
re-roll
roll
the
2d6.
2 dice if you can. Unless you want to spend another drive again.
I can reroll 2 dice?
Yeah, you can re-roll
Yeah.
the thing,
You
but you
just-
cannot use the drive again.
You re-roll the base of whatever you had, and not any extras.
Okay.
Much better.
Hey, that's
Oh,
a
a 6.
It's success
Perfect.
now.
I'm shooting him right. I don't want to. I don't want to kill him. I'm just shooting him in the leg.
Okay.
Is it gilded?
You don't get the gilded die if you re-roll, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. Anyways, you fire the dice, it just strikes him in the leg. It's, and he freaking drops to the ground, screaming.
Oh, good God, we're all fucking trigger happy.
I'm not trigger happy. He was going to kill the lot of you. Did you see how big that wrench was?
Oh, good Lord. Sir, I am terribly sorry for what's happened to you today. Please quit screaming.
He's like, oh, you shot me in the fucking leg!
I didn't shoot you. Some random third party interacted with you, unfortunately.
Be thankful it wasn't center mass.
You do get your drive back if you get the. You can use the gilded result for resistance.
Okay.
If it's gilded.
If it's gilded.
Yeah, if it's gilded. Yeah, which it is. So I don't know if she gets a drive back.
Beautiful. I can shoot another person now.
Where's John when we need him?
Yeah, I need John to help drag him off. Damn it.
He went to go pee.
Alright, well, it seems like the investigation area is free now.
So the one guy...
I open up the door and just motion like a butler for the rest of the party.
I shot that man.
I noticed!
So one guy is now blinded, holding his eye because his eyes are now covered in glass. One guy is on the ground bleeding with a bullet in his leg.
Do you know how many other people were in that warehouse?
I only saw these two.
Alright.
I don't want to shoot anyone again.
Well, let's put the
Probably
gun
put
away,
your
and
gun
maybe
away
we can
then.
hope that.
I need it.
But you don't want to shoot anyone. You're
You
contradicting
needed
yourself.
it.
You're right. I did need it.
Yes.
Always give it
this
to
is a new
someone
minute.
else.
Would you like my gun, Abby?
No,
Oh,
that's
sure.
fine. You can hold on to it, please.
I like the idea that I'm about to get handed the gun and you just avert the arms. You're like, nope, no.
Yeah.
I put my gun back in its holster, giving Jeremy like a side eye.
Wonderful. They're still screaming, unfortunately.
Oh,
But No.
Abby, you should put some of the hay in his mouth.
What? That's my hay.
You're right.
It is, isn't it, Abby? Let's get inside and figure out what's happening. I'm going in.
Okay. So you
I'm
guys,
gonna fu-
They might bite me and I might lose another finger.
Why are you? I'm now counting Abby's fingers.
there's 9.
What happened to this one?
Oh, I cut it off.
What? Why?
It was a dire situation. You needed to be there.
She's just looking at you with a hint of a smile, but a jaw open, mouth.
Jeremy
agape.
from down the hallway, already 20 feet away. You really shouldn't have been. You should be happy you weren't.
There was a large, gibbering mouth, acid-creating monster. It's a whole ordeal.
Anyway, we go outside.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You guys enter in, and you see the area where it was. You do notice where the men were working, and you do see what looks to be blood. What looks to be a blood-like substance on the floor, at least.
Abby, come
Wait.
here and taste it. Figure out if it's blood.
I have a bleed detector.
Not the same thing.
Bleed
Okay.
is like magic detector.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a weave detector, basically, if you were to compare it to D&D.
Yeah.
But you could still use it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to use my bleed detector.
Okay. that red liquid is detecting bleed.
This is not
yes.
blood, it's bleed!
The blood is blood, yes. They might have given you a faulty detector.
And bleed.
Yeah, but you're so smart, Abby. You're the smartest one here.
Yep. I concur.
Take it in stride, Cyrus. Take it in stride.
She puts her hand
I am a
over her
professor. I
heart.
have multiple doctorates and degrees.
Motherfuckers don't know what taking it in stride does.
And I'm a fake detective. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
And I'm Elvis Presley. Let's keep going.
And
Who?
I'm phenomenal.
Yes, you are.
Wonderful, Abby.
Who is Elvis Presley?
You wouldn't know him.
In any case, anyone who would like could roll me a survey if they would to get any more info if they would like to look at the area.
Could I sense the red liquid? Attune, you bleed sensing, basically.
Yeah, magic investigate.
Magic investigate. Arcana.
Yeah, you could. Sure, that would be the sense, is what you're hoping for, right?
Yeah. I'll use one of my drive to get 3 dice out of it.
Okay. That's a success. So you start sensing the area, and you do sense that there is some sort of power coming from that red liquid.
Is it at all similar or familiar to anything, especially what we experienced last time?
It is different.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I would be the most
Attuned to
familiar.
liquid. Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't green blood. Otherwise.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say attuned to the emotion of the last creature we dealt with.
No kidding. You do sense the blood, the bleed from it as you kind of use your ability sensing and stretching. You do, guys. Since it was a full success, I'll also give you this. You also notice that in the red liquid, the odd thing you then notice is there's like soil, like fresh soil dirt there on the ground as well.
Well, I don't know how to take that. Cyrus, you want to take a crack
So,
at it?
like, is it like a concrete ground and then we have...
Yeah, like it's a concrete ground, and you see
Blood
like soil, like
substance.
pot soil on the ground.
Can I investigate the soil?
You may do so.
What role is it?
Yeah, if you're trying to I'm assuming you're trying to analyze it, so.
Yes, yes. I will spend a... No, I don't. 2d6. 3d6 because of my ability. Oh, why did I roll twice? Good.
Nice, critical success.
Nice.
And it's a gilded, correct?
Yeah, but I didn't spend a drive, so it's no.
No.
That's
Nope.
just my ability.
Okay.
So, as you analyze it, you look it over and you start to see that, yes, this is indeed, it's odd. It seems to be regular everyday potting soil.
They seem that they're using regular soil for this.
And then irregular blood.
I will say with a critical success, though, the one thing
It's
you
bleed
can
blood.
detect from it is that it looks like the soil is from something that's spilled over. Like, judging by how it landed, you're thinking it's like they potted something here.
And then like uprooted?
You think that because, this is soil and we're investigating fruit, maybe it's something to do with the growing process or shipping it in the soil for whatever reason process?
This is why she's the smartest among you.
I disagree.
Well, I didn't see you making this conclusion. Mr. I have doctors and degrees on my angles.
That is not even how you go about explaining that, but alright.
I think she did a wonderful job.
Having doctors and degrees on angles.
I knew what she meant. If you were as smart as you claimed to be, you'd keep up.
I will make a concoction.
I am
Is it
so proud of you.
alcoholic?
God, I
Have
could
you
use a
ever
drink.
gone into mixology?
That
He's
would be
just
a
gonna
degree
stop
worth
making a
having.
concoction.
He probably already does.
He's going to start making a sleep-inducing concoction.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ah.
As you guys watch for the next 10 minutes as he makes his sleep-inducing
Well, no,
concoction.
I'm not gonna sit here and watch him do that. I'm actually gonna go out to the two gentlemen outside.
Okay.
I'm assuming the one that's blinded is still there, and the one that's shot in the leg is probably unconscious at this point.
Yeah, the one with the leg bleeding kind of probably passed out from the pain and loss of blood.
Good chap that one was. Dead chap he should be.
I didn't mean to kill him.
Moving
Other-
forward.
In the warehouse, so there's like other boxes or barrels or whatever around?
Yeah, it's various stuff. I mean, mostly discarded garbage.
Can I look around? Like, is it all stuff from the Radiant Corps, or is it from other people?
Looking at the boxes, it looks like most of this stuff in here is just old garbage. So, some of it looks like it could be a decade old, even.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not from them in particular.
Yeah, it's not
just-
from them in
just
particular in this
random
case, yes.
Stuff.
Welcome back.
As you recall, this was just where the kid was sleeping.
Yeah. Just checking.
Okay, yeah, no, just
yeah.
really no.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Four?
talk to the.
I'd say
Go
quickly though, you would find what looks to be like a small hay barrel, like what looks to be like a makeshift bed made out of garbage.
If it has hay in it, I grab a handful and I
Good
stuff
lord.
it into my pocket.
Now she's stealing
Um.
from orphans.
So I have scout,
Who's the real?
so
one?
I can spend an intuition to ask you a question.
Yes.
What do I see within this warehouse that others do not?
I will say, as you look about with that, you do look out and you see what seems to be this small paper kind of, it seemed to have been like brushed underneath of a table.
And what is on the paper?
Oddly enough, is very similar to what Storm found, as you see a piece of paper that talks about the location of where the growing plant is.
Okay.
For
Also, welcome back, Nano. I shot someone.
Did you hit the
And they
target
died.
you meant to, or
Yes.
They had to use a resistance, otherwise they were going to end up shooting,
Me probably.
yeah, probably Jerry in the leg.
Oh,
Jeremy
boy.
in the leg.
I rolled a 2, a 1, and then a 3, and then I had a resistance, and then I rolled a 6 and a 4.
But yeah, Jeremy's gonna go out to the blind man laying on the ground. As he pulls up like an old crate.
I will say that John finally found a parking spot for the car.
Fantastic.
Oi, mate. So you seem to be in a not so well position, I can see, and you can't.
Rubs fucking glass into the
Fuck,
room.
he starts swinging at you blindly.
And this is why I shot the other one.
I see we're still a little feisty.
I'll fucking tear your head off!
Well, as soon as you find it, let me know. Look, I can get you something you need to wipe out your eye with, and I can help you. Or you can sit here swinging wildly about in the vague direction of my voice.
He kind of stops for a minute.
There we go. Let's use our head for once. Alright. So, I've got a couple of questions to ask you. And if you answer them to the degree that I need, I will help you wash out your eyes and get you to a hospital, or well, a doc in this case.
What do you want?
Was there a little urchin boy in this place whenever you got here?
Roll me a sway.
I will burn an intuition. And it is gilded.
Okay, mixed success. He looks over at you, goes,
We didn't find a boy. We just came here to get the tree.
This tree. Okay, so there was nobody in here when you came here?
Look, we are here for the tree.
Alright. Hey. I'm not getting aggressive now. Alright, so where did the tree end up?
We planted. The others took it.
The others. Okay.
We were doing the cleanup.
Ah, they were giving you the low-end jobs. Couldn't even trust you to get the tree where they needed it. I mean, I saw the loyalty you had back there. You charged all of us without a care in the world. I say you do need to be treated better.
it was a mixed success, so he's just like,
Fuck you!
as he says as he's still fucking blind from the glass in his eyes.
I understand anger at the one's employer is definitely hard to get rid of. So, they took it off on the boat, I'm assuming.
No, we came on the boat. Took it on the truck.
Ah. Okay. So, are you... I would assume your employer is Radiance Corporation, correct? Or are you some third party that they contract out?
He just kind of starts,
Third party. I don't go to those.
Ah. They definitely are second rate. Well, I do
I thought they
appreciate...
were third.
You can only pick and choose so much.
Heath, you're so funny.
Alright. I'll get you over to a dock. I'll finish up with my crew in here, and then we'll get you sorted out, alright?
You just lucky. Okay.
What can I say? I've got an eye for it. Now you stay put.
You dick!
And Jeremy will come back in. I'm assuming I see Abby stealing hay and Cyrus mauling over and being called not the smartest person in the room.
yeah.
And I found a letter.
Well, I found out what was hiding in here.
And I found a parking spot, finally.
Oh,
God.
John! Nice of you to join us.
I don't know if you should tend to the man I shot.
He's unconscious and probably not
What?
going to make it, if I could see.
I shot him in the leg.
And he's
No
been
one
left
can
unattended
do
for the
that.
past 10 minutes.
He was going to hurt Cyrus? The weird one.
Correction.
they're all
He did.
weird.
Correction.
The weird one.
He did hurt Cyrus.
Yeah, I didn't want him to kill him. Then I have to explain why I just let you guys get murdered.
Well, to be honest, if Cyrus
Yeah.
dies, we might be better off.
That-
I'm kidding, you brainiac.
Am I finished with the fucking concoction?
Sure. You have the sleep potion.
He's gonna walk over towards Jeremy.
I have information. Don't you use that on me, whatever it is.
What information?
I'll tell you after you use that on someone else.
You
I
leave for
saved your
15
life!
minutes.
It's-
This is
I'll
what I
keep it
come
in my
back to.
back pocket.
I want to hold on to
Wasn't
it.
even intended for you, maybe.
I didn't like the way you looked at me just now.
Look, I've given everyone looks here. No one has appreciated my genius at this point.
Whatever it is, I vote myself as tribute.
Of course you do.
Well done, Abby. Anyway, there was a tree here that they sent out on a lorry not too long ago, apparently. They were here to clean up. So what we've done is assaulted 2 janitors.
Yeah, well, they came at me with monkey wrenches. What did you expect me to do? Just sit there and let them beat on me because I just wanted to get a look at some blood that was on the floor?
First of all, there weren't any monkeys involved.
They had wrenches! They're called monkey wrenches!
I feel like there's no need for name-calling on the instrument they use.
John
She
just
pinches the
watches
bridge of
this,
her nose.
takes out a cigarette, starts to smoke it.
Can I have one of those?
Jeremy will pull out his own, actually, and start smoking.
Sure, I'll give her a cigarette.
Anyway.
She takes one and lights it like it's the fucking last meal she's... Like it's a meal and she's starving. Like, she takes the
Abigail-
biggest drag.
Abigail will eat hay.
You eat it? That's what you do with it?
What?
You know, not the
Everyone
oddest
else
thing I've
is
seen her
doing
do.
Something.
Not the oddest thing I've seen her do. Anyway, the boat outside is theirs. They came over from
You
somewhere.
eat it. She eats it.
Yes, she eats hay.
What did I miss? With cut the nonsense and tell me what I missed here.
Alright, so what happened is Corey here ran back outside, and got caught by going inside. 2 large gentlemen came out wielding wrenches, and one of them got a unfortunate strike off on Cyrus before I could intervene, and also before that,
You could intervene.
I'm telling a story here, do you mind? Corey here shot one of them in the legs, and Cyrus threw chemicals and glass into the other one's eyes. So... Oh, also, there's soil and blood. Bleed blood. Bleeded blood. In this warehouse.
John takes out another cigarette.
Notes have been found, and blind people have been interrogated.
Alright, I gotta go.
Have a good one, Storm.
Goodbye.
Cyrus, go watch the car. Thank you.
As Cyrus goes to leave to watch the car, I'll write him out at this moment. In an appropriate way, as you guys suddenly hear screaming. And you just hear Cyrus goes,
What kind of screaming?
oh, horrible screams of death, and you just hear Cyrus goes, oh, fuck. As Cyrus comes flying through the window, knocked unconscious.
Welcome back, old friend.
John pulls out his gun and walks over towards where he landed and looks from where he got thrown, I guess.
So outside, you see that the 2 enforcers, one of them is no longer there, and the other one is in 2 spots at once as he's been ripped in half.
What the fuck?
As a...
Wait, is it the blind one that's ripped in half, or
Yep,
the one that I
the
shot?
blind one is ripped in half.
Well, I suppose I won't be getting into a doctor anytime soon.
As suddenly, John, you start seeing that looks to be what you gathered was the other enforcer gets up, carrying his giant monkey wrench, but he's grown to almost 3 times, probably twice his normal size. And just looks at you with this, like, psychotic, glowing eye, and just picks up the giant monkey wrench, as you guys see now this thing looking at you.
What the hell on earth is that?
Oh, dear.
No time to ask questions. I am going to pull out one of my 1911s using my first item, and I'm going to shoot him in that eye.
Okay, make your attack as he sees you and starts charging, barreling towards you.
I am going to use sharpshooter, so I get an extra plus 2d for spinning a nerve.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Ah,
I'll
it's
use
a
that 6.
It's a good thing you rolled the 6. As you crack him in the eye, he goes, "Arrgh!" And he starts going blind, swinging wildly. As he does so, he smashes through the window. He's still moving forward, but you've blinded him, it seems.
I'm also
John,
go.
he's still moving.
Let's go.
I'm also taking out my gun and just, taking a shot.
Okay, roll it a shoot at him. You fire a shot at him. He's charging forward.
In the leg.
Okay.
You know how it be. I'm spending another one of my drives.
I'm in the knee.
Ooh, critical success.
Nice.
So as you take a shot as he's going blind, smashing through the air, you fire again in the leg, this time ripping through his kneecap, causing him to buckle over and fall. As you and just the wrench flies out of his head, and he's just like grabbing his leg in the pain. But as he does so, he starts roaring, and then he looks over and rips the leg off his body.
I'm really good at shooting legs, as it turns out.
Good
Hold on, I got
lord.
something in the car for this. I'm gonna run back to the car.
Okay, as
I'm going to follow.
leaving the cars, this thing now gets up and now is like bleeding out, blindly hopping towards the sound of your footsteps.
How close are we to the edge of the dock?
You're getting closer. You're probably like 100 feet.
Christ on a bike. I don't think you're going to be able to kill it.
Oh
Hey!
no, I got something that'll kill it. Don't worry.
Alright, if you're sure then.
Actually, maybe we should save it in case we come
Yeah.
across something worse.
I think I can take care of this. I'm gonna run to the edge of the dock side. So that way my back is right at the water.
Okay.
John,
Yes.
write me a good obituary. Hey, you big ugly creature! Follow my voice!
You should like hop, hop, hop.
Thud, thud, thud.
Is there so we're on a dock, right?
Yes.
Are there any cranes with big crates on them
Yeah,
for
roll me a
loading and unloading?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Roll me a survey to see if you notice one.
Survey.
Yeah, you notice one. It seems to be off in the area.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
instead of trying to get yourself killed, let's try to lure it under that.
Much
Old
better
Bessie
idea.
here. Old Bessie here
I know its name.
got an idea.
Alright. I'll try to buy you time until you get it ready. And I'm going to try to distract this thing while John gets in the crane.
No,
Okay.
we need to get him underneath it, and I'm going to shoot the rope.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm going to try to... Oh, shit. Okay. That'll still work. I'll try to distract it into getting under the...
Sure. Roll me a hide then for the distract.
Alright, I'm going to use 2 of my drives because I'm not getting killed under this crane with this thing. And because of misdirection, the one I took as a magician, it will count for 2D, so I get 5 dice.
Damn, son.
Shit.
5 dice.
Mixed success.
I'll take it. It worked.
So as you distract it, it comes after you, and you are able to get it under the crane, but as you do so, it does grab your arm.
Ah, hell. Shoot the damn rope!
I'm gonna shoot the rope.
Fire.
No, you can do it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Never mind. I take it back.
You said it. I was going to sharpshoot it, but I guess you want to shoot it.
Someone!
You just start noticing Jeremy being throttled by this thing.
Let's both shoot the rope. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot the rope.
Can we both
Only one
shoot
of
the
them
rope?
hit.
I had a 6.
Okay, that's a success. Thank God it wasn't a mixed success, because otherwise it would have also fallen on top
On
of
Jeremy,
Jerry.
yeah.
But
I'm really afraid I should not have spoken up. Oh.
and the second shot, which is a failure.
You shoot
Please
yourself
just
in the
make the
foot.
gun misfire. Please just make the gun misfire.
You go bang, hit the rope, yes, as the thing starts falling, another shot goes bang, right through the thing, making it now tilt off kilter. And it ends up landing on you and the thing. It crushes the guy, but then the guy falls down on top of you, and now your leg is caught underneath it. You take one body, Jeremy.
I'm sorry.
John just looks at you, Corey.
Stick to legs! Help.
John looks at Corey, just goes, I think you'll fit right in. Holsters his gun.
The first shot I missed. I'm doing my best.
I'm gonna drag Jeremy out.
Thank you.
Oh, always funny. Always funny.
So you guys look over about. You head back to see your unconscious doctor friend.
Yeah, Abigail would have been tending to him that time.
He's out cold.
When he got flung back, the potion he said he put in his back pocket, which is the sleep potion, also smashed. So he also has glass in his ass, and he may have made himself fall asleep as well.
Yeah, he's unconscious. He's in a game coma for the rest of the day.
Intravenous sleep potion.
Yeah, his sleep potion has now entered his bloodstream.
So
Well, that
he's not
could have
waking
gone.
out.
That could have gone worse.
I'm gonna
Is he
look
dead?
at you. I'm going to. I didn't feel him. Oh, he's talking about Cyrus or the big creature?
Yeah.
Both.
I didn't feel him
No.
squeezing on my leg afterwards, so.
Good. The plan worked.
Despite best efforts against. Yes.
What was your plan?
I was just hopefully going to dodge out of the way.
Ah. Very well. But what would you have done if he swung the leg?
I suppose I would have gone toppling off into the water.
Can you swim?
I can make a good effort of it.
Fair enough.
I'm great at charades. The charade would be drowning.
I don't believe you.
Jeremy's going to give you a look.
You see, Corey, when you don't eat fruit, you get really good at shooting.
I watched you eat a fruit is the thing.
When did I eat a fruit?
Never mind.
Mayhaps my plan would have gone better in the end.
I will say one thing as you guys are discussing. One thing you do notice is where the blood, where the one guy shot in the leg is no longer is. You do look so like to be like half dozen of those soul fruits seem to have been eaten, with just little bits remaining.
The hell did he get those?
Nobody checked them.
Ah, true.
Is that the
All right.
one I shot in the leg?
Yeah,
Yes,
he was playing
blind one
possum
was
and then
that.
just devoured a bunch of soul fruit for a super monster boost.
Very cool.
So, what did we learn today?
To practice aim training?
Corey is amazing.
Oh, likewise.
I suppose
haven't-
that's
And that-
one thing to take out
And
of
that
this,
you
yes.
shouldn't keep concoctions in your back pocket.
You know, honestly, that would be something I agree with.
Always check the things you down.
Did
I
you
didn't.
check the guy you just downed right now?
Nope, not our problem anymore. We need to go.
Anyways, as you guys, one thing I will state. So Corey, with that note you found with the location, it does mention that the tree transplants we're supposed to go to the red somewhere within the red forest or scarlet forest. My mistake. Which I will,
Close enough.
I will show you the world map where that is.
To the east.
Listen,
On the map.
we're going to be going on a bit of a road trip to the Scarlet Wood. I need to make a stop.
Well,
Bathroom
we
break
need
already?
to drop off the man's Cyrus.
I think he would look good as like a good seat ornament.
Do you think
I
we
need
could
to
put him
go-
on like the front of the car?
I said seat ornament. We could put him on the front if you wanted to.
I need to go visit my friend Sommelier really quick.
Their name is Sommelier.
It is.
Wonderful.
I don't trust anyone with a name I can't spell.
I don't trust anyone.
I can tell.
Well, let's drop Cyrus off back here.
I don't believe you, Jeremy. You did trust me with that crate.
Well, to be fair, it was either that or die.
What a noble sacrifice that would have been.
Besides, I always have other tricks on my sleeve to escape. I could have just left.
Well, anyway, let's get Father Time back to his napping bed. And let's investigate these woods. I guess I'll carry Cyrus to the car over my shoulder.
Hey, you easily dump Cyrus off at the back of the Candela Obscura headquarters, where he will rest and recuperate from his traumatic experience of being thrown through a window by the Incredible Hulk.
Good evening, Bert.
Oh my. Things went rather awry, did they?
Well, no much worse than I suppose last mission.
Last time was worse.
I shot someone.
Oh, please tell me it wasn't a constable.
No.
No!
She's
Well-
better at shooting.
But there still might be things you have to cover up.
I suppose at this point I should just expect that.
Property damage apparently follows these.
These! Don't you dare try and exclude yourself from this.
I don't hear anything, do you, Bert?
Show Bertrand the letter.
Yes, feel free.
Oh. You're so right, John. Somebody has a head on their shoulders. I side-eye Jeremy and I give Bertrand the letter. Bert the letter.
It seems they have an orchard, I suppose, somewhere in the Scarlet Wood.
Bert, would you like me to take care of this orchard?
We at the very least need to know what it's all about. As always, you will have to use your own discretion to what to deal with it when you discover it. As one way or the other, it could be dangerous to have about.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I'm gonna go see Sommelier really quick. The rest of you, if you have something you wish to do in the meantime, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Abby, can you show me how you eat hay again?
Sure.
Jeremy's gonna look at Bert like, see?
In any case, be careful in the woods, though. There are cases of bleed in there. creatures and mystical natures, apparently, some of the locals have been saying.
Isn't
What?
the woods right next to Brittleborn, which is where we were last time?
Yes, it is nearby.
And we
Do you
found a
think that's
giant bleed-related creature.
Coincidence that Radiant Corp is just like doing such stuff over that way.
Could be. But, on the other hand, it may be related. It is hard to say.
Jeremy's just gonna practice sleight of hand tricks while John is gone. Sort of morbidly watching with interest Abby eat hay.
That's why I wanted to see her do it.
Okay, while you guys watch Abby eat hay, John, what are you doing exactly with Somali?
Oh, I'm getting. So I was looking at the gear that the soldier has available, and it's basically all weapons.
I mean, that makes
just-
sense.
Oh, is that why you said this?
It's just all weapons,
From
so I guess
John
I'm gonna go
Wick.
get some fucking weapons.
It's like the John Wick scene.
Yeah, that's why I called him Somalia.
That's good, actually. I like that.
So I'm gonna get a thing of body armor. It's gonna be my suit,
Okay.
and then I'm debating between heavy weapon and explosives.
Well, you don't have to pick it up now.
Remember, you don't have to call in advance, Nano. You just have it when you want it.
Yeah.
I know. Just give me. We'll just say I get the suit because I do want the body armor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You pick up a weapon of a third sort. Like it'll be a
I will pick
surprise
up
out
a
of the trunk
crate.
of the car.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Exactly.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
When we come back, like here, do our things reset?
No.
No.
Okay.
Like you have to finish the mission before stuff like that would even occur.
Okay.
Like the only reason
John-
you're back here is because we had to drop off an unconscious body.
John comes back in a nice suit.
Someone kill your dog when you were out.
There's that fucking goblin.
What fucking goblin? Do not fuck goblins.
Well, no, unfortunately, it seemed like he was more on the receiving end from the story it goes.
Don't do that either.
Bleed aids.
Anyway, I have what I need. I'm ready to go.
Okay. So you got,
Excellent.
as Abigail finishes eating up her hay.
Was it? Wait, no. We can't gloss over this. How does Abigail eat hay? Like
Somebody
what?
handful.
I need to know.
Just like shoves a bit in, lots of chewing, shredding it into small bits, saliva everywhere.
Does she look like
Also-
she's enjoying it?
Yes. Also, definitely accidentally littering hay all over the ground.
Okay, so like there are like bits of hay around her as she eats it.
Just as she pulls out of the pocket, it just fucking goes everywhere. Like,
Okay.
it's a mess.
Thank you,
Maybe
Crystal.
she'll like pick a piece off the floor, put it in her mouth.
Thank you, Crystal. That imagery is horrifying.
I love that gift. Thank you so much.
I love it.
Oh, good lord.
John just watching this.
You know how much she's gone through in the 10 minutes you were gone?
I don't think I want to know.
I
A
did
lot.
want to know.
In any case, to the Scarlet Woods.
I feel like Bertram was just like watching as well. Just like, dear God, what have I put my trust in? Like, this was my circle. This was the one I got assigned to.
Yeah, this is he felt like this must be my penance for something.
He's pissed someone higher up on.
Corey's going to take a small piece of hay and put it in her mouth just to try.
Bertram, it's spreading, please.
You best be on your way, yes.
I believe so.
So you guys get back into your Model T and drive off to the Scarlet Woods. And as you approach, as your party makes the trek towards the Scarlet Woods and the suspected location of the orchard, the red trees and leaves of this forest give off eerie feelings as around you you can hear no sound of any animal life around you. The forest is known to have dangerous creatures prowling its area, but also the rumors of fairy tales of strange other creatures that also take up residence here. As you move through the forest, things seem to change about as you enter and begin your search for the orchard.
Jeremy,
Yes.
I'll take no responsibility if you hate the color red after this.
I understand.
I will say, just to get things for focus, you are aware that there may be several locations where you might be able to discover guides or help in this area. One such thing you'd heard of is you might be able to go down the route of the mystical, where you were aware that creatures of the fairy tales, because there are rumors of fairy tale-like spirits that may live within these forests that may be willing to assist should you be able to discover, find them, and convince them. There is also known as a rumor in the area of an old hermit that lives in this area, though he is very distrustful and disliking of people, who basically lived out here because he said, fuck society. There's also
Oh, he's gonna get along just fine with Abigail.
There's also the location of a possible third hidden creature known to wander these forests and creep about. People have mentioned this creature that moves about the forest, but no one has ever seen a good look at him, though he may be a location of something worthwhile and may have guidance of the area about.
Is he tall?
No. No,
Oh,
it's not
I thought
Slender
so.
Man.
I was thinking Bigfoot.
No, okay. No, it's not Bigfoot.
Damn.
If it was Bigfoot, that would have been my vote, but I don't know, guys. I don't really. I'm not really sure if we can trust weird mystical creatures. A grouchy old man, that's something I understand.
I
But
trusted the
how
last mystical
Grouchy Old
creature.
Man lives around the mystical creatures.
He can live around whatever he wants as long as he's not one himself.
You know, I still trusted the last mystical creature we came across on Mission.
How often can you use like your role and or specialty ability?
Unless it says otherwise.
I think as
Yeah.
much as you want, yeah, unless it says otherwise, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna scout again and ask you what path we should follow.
I mean, I gave you 3 paths. I mean, all 3 can work, so it's really down to personal preference. You can do all 3 if you want. You can literally explore all 3 to see if you can get different ends.
I mean, do any of you even know how to track, what was it called, a fairy?
The fairy might be something. Yeah, there's like the fairy. There's the strange creature of the woods that has been seen, and then there's the old man that lives, the hermit. But
I think
considering one of you is a weird and a mage, they probably would be able to figure out how to summon a fairy.
No, I'm not a real magician. I'm like a sleight of hand master.
I could go
Yeah.
dance and we could see what happens.
This
I would love to
is
see you dance.
one of the few times I'm on board with Abby.
I think you should be on board with her more.
But John didn't want any mystical creatures, so up to him. We can
Well, I
try
believe
the
we
old
found
man
the grumpy old
first.
man.
I'm just saying I don't trust him. If you want to summon a mystical creature or whatever, and it goes south, I won't tell you I told you so.
Oh, yes, you will.
You're probably right, I will, but I won't rub it in too much.
Well, I'm down for whatever, so...
We could flip a coin.
Please do show us a dance.
I don't want to make John uncomfortable. He's already stressed, you can see. He's gone a little bit more grey over here.
Oh, I
think
can
he's
see
getting more
it.
wrinkles.
Are you stressed?
Pulls out a cigarette? No, not at all. Well, we should make a decision soon.
We could flip a coin.
There's
I'm-
3 options.
Well, a 3-headed coin.
It lands
Isn't
on
that
its
just a
side.
triangle?
Do
I
you
don't know,
have
I
a
have-
3-headed coin?
Do you have
Well,
a triangle?
I feel like I'm being asked too many questions now.
I feel like you're not answering any of them.
And I feel like that's an exact spot we should stay in. Look, my vote is on the old man and the mystical creature. I'm not big on something called a fairy.
The homophobia of this game. No fruits, no fairies.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
I was thinking more like a fairy that you used to get across water.
I know, but it's just the thing. I don't like fruits. I hate fairies.
We can do the old man.
Please don't do the old.
That's beyond my jurisdiction.
Well, I guess Corey doesn't want to do the old man, so I guess we're not doing the old man?
I agree. Let's not do the old man.
For clarity,
So we're
we
doing
can go.
a mystical creature then.
We can go visit the old man. I just don't wish to have sex with him.
Abigail gives you the blankest look you've ever seen her give you.
Right. Okay. Glad we're all on the same page.
The complete, just no thought, head empty look.
She's just like, what?
Right. Is there a trail nearby?
Roll me a survey.
I think I did it wrong earlier. It's only with 1 point. It's only a 1d6, right?
You 1 point. You just roll 1 die. Yep.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah!
That is a failure. You do not see a trail anywhere.
Ha! Let me bust
In
out
fact-
my old moves.
As you're driving through the forest, you've lost the road.
Pull over.
Yeah, I probably should. You don't want to bust a wheel.
I'm gonna get out. And I'm gonna burn an intuition and try to sense the nearby mystical creature. Or the creature in the woods, I suppose.
Yep, roll me a sense. I'm going to be honest, I was hoping you'd pick the mystical creature.
Alright, success.
Nice. So as you make a success and you look about trying to sense the mystical creature, a minute passes and you sense something in the woods and you see something in the distance looking at you. It seems to be small, just staring at you from with this tiny little opening.
Well, it knows we're here at least, so we don't have to make too many grand entrances.
And then a voice cries out going, "Oh fuck, it's him again!" John, you recognize this voice.
John looks over, pulls out his gun. That motherfucker.
As you see
John, let's not be
a
hasty.
tiny little goblin man staring in the woods. As, 1 second as I bring up his artwork, because I'm sure you'll want to see it.
Was this planned?
Yes, this was planned. You see this lovely fellow staring back at you.
My
Boblin,
bad.
you motherfucker.
Actually, it's Goblin. You were so close to his actual one. I named him. His name is Golbin. Golbin. It's Golbin,
Golbin?
you bastard! I told you that! Golbin the Goblin!
Where in my past did I make the choices to get to this point?
Okay, you know what, Gulbin? Let's water under the bridge, okay? I'm willing to put the past behind us. We need some assistance. Apparently, the Radiant Corporation has some trees out here. Not these types of trees. At least I don't think they're these types of trees, but they grow a fruit. Know anything about that?
You called me a fruit.
No, I'm calling the trees a fruit.
I thought trees were a plant.
They are.
Oh. Wait, I thought you didn't like fruit. That's what the whole fight was about. I offered you a tomato and you smacked me.
Oh my goodness! You've just assaulted this little man!
Corey,
Goblin,
I want you to understand. It's not every day, first of all, you see a goblin. Second of all, have them offer you a tomato.
I
Love a tomato.
You want
Golden's your guy.
So, you want a tomato?
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't trust it, but you know what? You do you.
So, as you watch this goblin, who very clearly is not having pockets, just kind of reach into his pants and pulls out a ripe red tomato.
Abigail would take the tomato.
Don't eat it.
Eat
Don't.
it. I want to see
No.
what happens.
And she's gonna put it in her pocket.
John right now.
No! I'm so glad you picked the mystical creature.
look, Goblin.
No, Golbin!
Golbin. Yes, I'm terribly sorry.
I don't just go around calling you human.
That is
He's so
understandable. I
He
understand.
doesn't do that.
Slip of the tongue. My apologies. Would you mind helping out this band of adventurers here?
Roll me a sway check.
I'll use a drive. Bring me down to 3. Awesome. I'm gonna use the gilded one to get back to the drive.
Fair. He looks over and he goes, "Why would I help a guy like you? You can't even, you're just a racist piece of shit." Just said goblin as a day, old goblins. And besides, you're friends with that asshole. He looks over at John.
I've done everything I can. You all take it from here. Good luck.
Golden, I told you, water under the bridge. Come on. Here, I'll put the gun away this time.
Okay.
Reholster
Well,
it.
you want me to help? What do you got in trade?
I'll show you a type of magic you've never seen.
What?
Fucking roll with it, John.
That's not trade. I don't care about what I see. I need to own. I'm a merchant.
Are you?
Yeah,
What do you trade?
I trade.
You know the buttons on his I like motion to the robe he's wearing. You know those are made of pure gold.
Jeremy's just gonna turn and look at you.
Golbin,
Are they?
don't fuck with a goblin, missy.
Look at how shiny they are, though. They gleam in the sun and everything.
What you gotta trade for me?
Anything in particular that you trade for?
I have some lychee still.
I thought you didn't eat fruit.
Everybody
Don't
keeps
tell
saying
him.
that.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
He looks over you.
Tell you what, I'll show you the ways. I think I know where you want, but I want one of those.
And he points at your gun, John.
John looks at his 2 guns.
Against all better interests that all of my cells are screaming at me, please give him the gun.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Let's give the goblin a gun.
Well, do you have any other plans?
Look,
Do you
this
know what those are called? Goblin.
They're guns. I
No.
see them.
Those are called running sticks. Because if you point them at someone, they usually run away.
Sounds fun. Gimme.
You heard the man, John.
John will take out his backup gun.
Backup gun.
It's smaller
sure
than his
it's-
main gun.
Make sure it's loaded, too. Because what else could go wrong?
And I will give him the gun. Now, I will say the backup gun is only for show.
fair.
So, he gets an unloaded gun.
He kind of looks at the gun, opens up, looks at.
Where's the bullets?
That one doesn't have any bullets right now. Golbin,
You asked for the gun, not just the bullets.
this is
Trade
true.
The deal was made.
Okay, I'll show you where the orchard is. Follow me.
And he starts hopping off into the woods.
Well, John, best go get your gun back.
Don't worry, I got more.
the gentle annoyance.
I gave him the 22, so it'll be fine.
I suppose it could be worse.
So, as he leads you through the mysterious woods, moving into the dark, you finally come across what looks to be this open patched area, where the red and trees are replaced by trees of vibrant white in the distance.
There it is. Have fun.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Just go ahead. I'll see you later, John.
Sure you will, Golbin. I'm sure you will.
I think he has a crush on you.
God, I hope not.
This Golbin goes off into the woods.
Is that what you mean by you didn't like fruit?
What? No. What does that even mean?
Are you... Never mind.
So I assume those white leaf trees are what we're after.
Well, perhaps one of you can investigate the tree and maybe do your
Well, you're a distance from the
voodoos.
orchard at the point, right? Like, he showed you where you
Okay.
can see them, so...
Can either of you sense anything from the trees from this distance?
I am not going to risk it, so I'll say no. Yeah, Jeremy's like yawning. He's like, nope, not a thing.
I sense that we need to be closer.
Ditto.
Again, the smartest in the group. She's
But
just full of
maybe-
ideas.
Maybe we should keep an eye out, because, you know, if the warehouse had some lovely men with monkey wrenches, I don't even want to know what's here. It might be mystical.
Okay, well, I've got my trigger finger ready. I say we pull out my gun.
You go on ahead.
I would recommend a modicum of stealth in your approach. In our approach.
I'm good at that.
Gee, I had not thought of that one.
My feet are ready.
What about the rest of you?
What do your feet have to do with it?
For walking quietly?
Is the rest of you ready? You can't have just your feet. The rest of you be loud.
What? It's not like they're touching anything. It's not like my tits are going to be making a bunch of noise dancing.
Your
I
what?
don't know what my tits.
I'm sorry.
What?
Jeremy is just like giving you like the blank look that you gave Corey earlier. As he's reached his limit, this isn't even processing.
I need to pee.
DM, can I take one mental?
I'm a.
Brain.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Carly needs a bathroom. Let's take a 5-minute break for those who need washrooms.
I'm glad I broke Polly.
I haven't even got up yet. I'm still laughing.
Go pee before you pee yourself.
Yeah. God.
Be right back.
Hope you guys are having fun with this one, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's still fun.
I hope the horror of them.
This is like the exact face that Jeremy is giving.
Daisy down. Yeah.
You know, just when you think you've gotten used to Abby,
She throws you for
Her
another
ball-
loop.
her ball right out of left field.
Hey, if you can get used to the bizarreness, then it's just not bizarre enough.
You're right.
It's always one step further, pushing the limits.
Exactly.
As horrible as that day may be.
It's a shame Storm had to leave.
My god, I have never laughed so much when all of the stuff happened last time when he put the head back on and like shot the constable, did the acid, and I was just like dead.
Oh, I love the fact that Jeremy has no direct application in combats. He's just there to berate people who don't do well. I don't remember. I know Jeremy said something to him after he shot the constable.
I mean, to be fair, when he shot the constable, you guys were a little busy running from the skeleton chasing you down.
No, he shot through the skeleton and shot the constable. I'm almost certain Jeremy was like, "Good aim!"
Yeah, something like that. And we got the recording.
Yeah,
You can always check it later.
I've watched from 45 onward about twice now.
Like I say, man, I love Candela Obscura, man. This is such a fun game.
I can tell just based on all the writing that it's supposed to be taken a lot more seriously. But I like this way better.
I like this way better.
I mean, it's like D&D, man. D&D is meant to be serious. It's down to the players to how it's taken, right?
But no, like even in the that little first thing you sent out, it was all like, you know, like this is important stuff, you know, like this is stuff to be taken seriously. 45 minutes into first session, you shot the constable.
That's more of a disclaimer of the fucking
Of the setting.
It's not even the setting. It's more they were talking about disclaimer of like not using like mental illness as a. They were trying to not make it like fucking what's his face Cthulhu.
Oh.
I'm back,
Oh,
by the
back.
way.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Then we will
Lovecraft
get back.
is the name we're looking for.
Mhm.
Is John here?
Nano.
Is John who plays John? John D. John?
Is
Johnny boy.
Johnny John? John, no fruit in my house, John?
I'm guessing not. Anyway, Scarlett, how are you enjoying Candela Obscura?
I'm having a great time. I'm kind of glad I didn't have to work, or that I don't technically have to work tomorrow, so I get to stay up and do it.
I'm glad I get to run it, so I still got 2 more ideas to run through eventually as well.
So, I'm assuming that the real life basis for this has to do with some kind of drug. I would assume not heroin because that's a downer.
It's
But
kind
it's
of an amalgamation of things that happen.
It's really giving like Shimmer from the League universe, like the Riot universe, or like Venom in Batman. Like from what I can tell.
If it's
sounds like-
anything, it's kind of like more like, think of like fucking cocaine and Coca-Cola,
Yeah,
right?
I was thinking something along the lines of bath salts, where the guys would go berserk.
Yeah. But the original thought process for at least the soul fruit was, you know how Coca-Cola had cocaine
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Right, so it gave people a good energy boost. It just dialed up to 11 due to magic.
Yeah. So is everyone back now? I just heard now.
Yeah, Nano's back. So let us continue. So, you guys are just outside the orchard. What do you do?
Is it like fenced?
Seems to be open.
Well, that's not.
How far away are we from it? Like,
You're probably half a mile. Like, he showed you where you could see it, and he walked away, because the deal was he would take you to where he was.
fair enough.
We got him. We got him with it with the no bullets thing. So I can't really say much. Abby, do you sense anything about this?
Like what?
Anything to do with the bleed? I assume.
How far away are we?
Half a
far?
mile.
Oh wait, I have a bleed detector, right?
You do.
Yes, but also, isn't this forest just like got a lot of phenomenon? So like,
Yeah, I imagine the
bleed's
bleed
probably gonna
detector
show up
is.
everywhere.
Yeah, the bleed detector is just constantly going off.
Which is why I don't know why you're trying to get me to send stuff from here, because even if I tried, I'm probably gonna detect everything else anyway.
I managed to find Golden, so. I didn't know if you had anything else you could do.
I can eat more hay. Or the tomato.
Let's decide to keep those for later. Keep options available, you know?
You should eat the tomato though.
We should keep
No, I'll
options
save
available.
it for when I'm hungry.
Exactly. You don't want to go hungry.
Oh right, you did fill up on hay earlier.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I love her.
as you guys are standing around chatting, Jeremy,
Sweet.
you take a step forward and fall down.
Like trip or fall down a pit.
Trip. Because your pants are now around your ankles.
What the hell? John!
Oh!
I'm like, stand up
Why
and pull them
have
back
you
up.
lost your
blaming
pants?
me?
It seems like something you would do.
No, not at all.
You should put your pants back on.
I am.
It was probably Golbin.
Well, do
The
you
shit he
see,
would do.
Golden?
He's a mystical creature.
As the lot of you are arguing, you just hear
Whoever's giggling, did you take his pants down? Because you should do it again.
You should not do it again. It's the fairy.
It was hilarious.
I thought it was so funny.
I did too. And all of a sudden next to you, Corey, you see a small little light pop next to your head.
You're so funny. I quite like you. What's your name?
My name's Claire. Or sorry, Mary. And you see this little thing appear in the light.
Hmm. John tightens his belt.
Jesus.
Just an extra notch.
You Biggins are always in the forest. So much fun.
Mary, was it?
Yes. Yes, yes.
And she like zooms around your head, John.
What do you know about those trees down there?
Oh, those trees. Sad,
The white
scary
ones.
trees. Scary place. Scary creature.
Scary creature?
Mm-hmm.
Scarier than Jeremy's ass?
Uh,
Much scarier. Much bigger.
hey!
Someone's been missing their squats.
Careful. People go there. They don't come back out. They get torn to shribbins.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Shribbins. I have to steal that one.
All right.
Is that like
Torn-
shreds and ribbons?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Horn to shribbins. I'll have to add that to my lexicon of words.
What exactly creature is this that tears people to shribbins?
Beast of white. Scary. Horns. Claws. Death.
A death claw. Got it.
And it guards the orchard?
Kills all that come in, except those that have the pass.
Have the what?
Pass.
The past? Do you know of anybody that might have said pass? I would love to see you do the pants prank on them.
Ooh, scary men. Come with boxes. Take out fruit.
Where do they go? Do they go to trucks or do they have like a building?
Hmm.
She kind of stops and thinks.
Trucks. Yes, the vehicles with wheels.
Yes, yes.
They go vroom.
They do. They do that. Something funny over there, Jeremy?
Not quite, not yet.
Surely there's a road that these trucks use.
Road. Flat. Dirt. Path. Yes. Dirt road.
Starts
Can you show
zooming up
us?
in the air.
How
Roll.
big is the? Can I like hold this fairy in my hand?
Yeah, she's like an inch.
Yeah, I want to like hold out my hand and try and like beckon her to like come into my hand.
So roll me a sway.
Oh, I'm not very good at these, so
You
I'm
got
gonna
this.
try though.
You're gonna get pranked.
So do you have 1 point or 2 points? So how many points do you have in sway?
In way I have one.
You have 1, okay. Because if you have 0 points, then you have to roll 2d6 and take the lower. You failed regardless, but... so as you hold your hand out and to beckon her over, she kind of comes over at you and looks at your hand and flies up to it, and then looks you up and goes, and then flies off.
Oh man, I just want to hold the fairy.
I got a nice perch right here. I'll pat on my shoulder.
Yeah, she flew off. It was a failure. You got all the info you get off of her.
I guess we now have to look around for a dirt road.
Well, yes, let's find a dirt road. It's a shame We don't have an axe. Could knock down one of these trees and block the road and ambush a truck. Probably
Oh,
easier to get a pass off of one of those guys than it is to deal with.
I'll pull out a
death
lumber. I'll
claw.
pull out an axe.
Whoa, where'd you get that?
I found it in the vehicle. I just decided to grab it with us since we were going in the woods. And that will
You
be one of
inspired
my
by the
gears.
machete?
Well, no, I just assume most lumberjacks have axes, and they would seem to know what they're doing in the woods. So,
True. True.
anyway, you seem the most built out of all of us. I'll let you handle it. You seem to know your way around it.
Okay, well, first thing you'll need is a survey to see if you can find the dirt road.
Who is good at surveying? Because apparently I am so bad at it, I lost the road driving us in here.
I can try.
I've got one.
I have 1 point in it as well.
I have 0.
Anyone have more than one?
I have 2.
Yeah, there we go. I found it.
So I get to roll 2d and take higher, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This will have a medium risk, just to the sake that if you fail, things can go a little awry.
Uh-oh.
That's a mixed success. So you are, after a good long search, able to eventually find what looks to be the dirt road where you guys come across. Unfortunately, though, as you do come across, you do see that there's a vehicle approaching at the very moment you reach the road.
Well, I guess we have the road.
You said there's a truck coming as soon
It's
as
coming
we got
right there, yeah. Like it seems like the truck is on its way now.
What kind of a truck is it?
I mean,
It's like one of those old-timey like milk trucks, or
yeah, well, I mean, kind of like a Model T truck kind of thing, right? Like, dude, man, we're back in like turnstile truck. It's just a big open hatch in the back.
yeah, I get it. I understand that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't really have much time to think of a plan.
I could try to get him to pull over. Or make them crash, I suppose, is another option.
One of the two is fine.
I can't... I don't throw very well, do I?
I can distract kind of well.
Let's try to
Right.
distract him.
Pray for me.
Do you want me to roll it? Because I have it gilded and I have bonuses for it.
You have to
Yeah,
describe
go.
what you're doing, guys. You just can't say distract. There has to be a attempt at how you're distracting them.
I don't have any more magnifying glasses. I'm sorry.
I will use my second gear and not use the first part of it, but just the second part. And I'm going to throw a smoke bomb on the side of the road as... Look, we just need to act like we're getting attacked in the woods. They'll probably have to pay attention to that. So I'm going to throw this. Just start screaming like something's coming after you, all right?
Yeah, okay.
And do you want to spend any drive to help me? Because I can spend my own drive. It's fine.
Yeah, I can spend a. I have 2 left, so I can spend a drive to help him if I'm like just screaming my head off, right?
Yeah, I'd count that as assistance.
And I'll use one of my own as well. So I'll get an extra 3 because of my specialty. I've used up my second gear, so I get 5 again. Oh no, I have to roll it.
Oh, sorry. My
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
Thought I had to.
Let's see, I've got 2, 1, 2. Yep, 5. Come on, man.
That's a failure.
How?
That is very bad.
I'm gonna burn one of my resistances and roll 2. There we
Okay,
go.
success.
And I get the drive back.
So as you do make the success, and it looks like you're about to fail, but luckily you do think, as they kind of look over, say, what's going on there? As they kind of like start to slow down to see what's happening with the screaming and the smoke.
Holy shit, look at the size of it! Help! Hey! Help! Help! In the truck!
They have slowed down. They haven't stopped yet. They're kind of looking to see what's happening. They do kind of stop for a minute, but they look like they're taking out what looks to be rifles from their sides.
Sir, there's something in the woods. You need to help us.
What are you doing out in these woods?
Running for my life. Wasn't my intention to come here.
There are 2 guards?
2 guards.
All right.
So, are they stopped having
They've
this
stopped.
conversation?
They've now stopped, but they've taken their guns out and are looking over at Jeremy with their guns.
I'm gonna look out to the woods with my back up against the truck. I don't know where it went. I think maybe you all driving past might have scared it. I'm not sure.
They look at each other, and then they look.
I use a sway to make a Bigfoot noise.
A sway?
It's convince, command, consort, so...
Yeah,
to
that's
convince
probably
them.
closer to a distraction, honestly, dude.
Oh, well then no, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's more of a distraction than a convince. You're not talking to them, you're pretending to do something to distract.
Look, I understand I'm making you run past time, but you all seem like good fellas. Could you just look around a little bit and make sure it's not here? Just one of you. It doesn't even have to be both.
They look at you, they talk, and they lift their guns, and they start pointing them at you.
Hey.
We don't like the fact that you're in this area.
I didn't mean to come this way.
Chances are the beast is out here. Maybe we should just give it to him.
What beast? Is that what was chasing me?
You just hear them, they start cocking their guns.
I guess I'm just gonna shoot one of them in the back now, because...
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm pulling out my gun too.
Okay, Jeremy, just to describe what's happening for Jeremy's sake, you are in an area where they are having a secret orchard, and you are only less than a quarter mile away. So you're not supposed to be here. Yeah. And they're assuming it's the white beast that the fairy warned you about. But yes, you may make a gun roll, guys.
I'm gonna use sharpshooter.
And you said you were doing it as well, right, Carly, for your thing? Okay.
Yes, I got a 4 is my highest.
I got a 6.
Yeah.
So you nail one in the back, taking him out instantly with a headshot. The other one you hit in the leg, which causes him to scream, causing him to fire his gun. Which, unfortunately, does go right into fucking Jeremy again, because he was at point-blank range, and that's where he was aiming. Jeremy, you take a body as the bullet just rips through your shoulder.
Shit!
As the man collapses.
Fucking don't get paid enough for this. As I reach in and open up the door. God, fucking damn it. And I'll pull out the driver. Well, don't just stand around. There's only gunshots going off in the woods.
No, the 2 of them are dead.
I'm gonna go check their bodies to see if they have any passes on them.
Listen, it may have been a little messy, but we saved your life. So, I'm not hearing a thank you, and that's really messed up.
I'm going to the back of the truck. If any of you need me, don't.
I'm still not hearing a thank you.
And you will be wanting till the day I die.
Well, it would have been today if it hadn't been for me. So,
John just scratches his chin.
And John.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm crossing my arms and pouting.
I suppose getting shot in the shoulder is better than getting shot in the head. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Next
Do any of
time
them
we
have a
can let you
key?
get hit in the head if you want.
That might be a better circumstance.
Well, next time I'll let it
Noted.
happen.
Do any of them have a key on them?
Again, dude, these trucks don't have keys.
I meant for
The
like.
trucks might still be running. I'm checking their bodies to see if they have this pass on them.
Roll me that.
Survey?
Or
I mean,
focus.
technically, we literally just had this argument last time. It was a focus last time for this thing. But I'll allow a survey.
I don't know. It's in one of those very gray areas.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah, like survey is search, but then focus is inspect.
yeah. So it comes down to which those terms can be interchangeable. Is the problem?
Yeah.
So I'll allow the survey for it.
Not the greatest at surveys. I will check the one I shot,
Okay.
leaving the other one for somebody else.
I'll check the other one.
Yeah.
You find nothing.
Survey to me feels more like perception, and focus feels more like investigation.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, I mean that's what it feels like.
But even in D&D, I would still be like, I don't know
But
which one to
yeah.
use if you want to use search a body. I would personally
Okay.
let them use. either,
I have resistance for this.
Alright, so that matters if you fail your roll, basically.
Okay.
No, success.
Well, I
That'll work.
didn't.
You search this guy, and you do find what looks to be this strange-looking amulet tucked away under his shirt.
Is this what you were looking for? I hold it up to John.
He shrugs. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean,
Jeremy's searching the back, by the way. The trunk. Just opening up and seeing what's inside. I'm assuming it's a shit ton of soul fruit.
It's a shit ton of empty because they were coming in.
Ah! Excellent. The delivery's been done for today. Well, I suppose they were on the way to get paid, but, oops.
Okay, I'm pocketing
They were
the
on their way to
amulet.
get
It's
some.
mine now.
Yeah, or they were on their way to pick up the apples.
Why do you keep calling them apples? Do they look like
originally,
apples?
they kind of have an apple-like shape to them.
Okay.
I think you
They're
mentioned it in the
Apple
initial.
grapes.
Yeah, they look like they're like grapes on the inside, but they kind of have an apple shape to them.
they're grapples.
Pears.
I do love pears. Are
I
there any
guess I'll
soul
hop
food around? Can I
in-
eat one?
I guess I'll hop in the truck and tell the others, well, might as well save our feet some time.
Can I drive this time?
I don't know. We don't have Cyrus to grade you.
You know what?
Wait.
Sure, why not?
I can't drive in real life, Adam, but I can drive in this game, so please let me.
The fleeting moment.
By all means.
Okay.
After all, you have the amulet thing, so
I'm driving.
So it seems like the
are those
beast
guys
has-
uniformed, by the way? Do they have like the same outfit on, or are they just in whatever?
They were kind of in whatever.
Okay.
I'm going to get in the back and make myself comfy.
I'm gonna take my helmet off because
You're
I
wearing
trust
that the
my
whole
own.
time?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You better not crash us.
I'll
I
be in the
trust
back, laying down if you need me. Don't.
As
By
you
the way.
start driving in, you approach the orchard. And let me just bring up the notes for the description I wrote for the orchard. So, as you approach and drive towards the area, you approach the horrific orchard plaza. Here you see the small white trees with white leaves sprouting the unnaturally odd glowing fruit. The trees themselves seem to be unnaturally sprouted from the ground, as if their roots have been torn up and seen. Each tree, upon closer inspection as you drive by, don't only have trunks, but each trunk seems to have what appears to be the face of a screaming child etched into it. In the distance of the orchard, you do hear what
Oh,
sounds like the
no.
sounds of snarling and grunting echoing throughout the forest.
Guys, I think I know what happened to Jerry.
Don't say it.
Soul fruit are people!
I feel like that was understood and implied.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
So, as your truck continues to approach and move forward, and that sound of snarling and screaming, all of a sudden, throughout the woods, you peek over and see a creature approaching the truck. It seems to be large and hideous, massive claws of dark, and it has a white skull on its head but a black body. Antler-like horns grow from the top of its head.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Would Ares fuck it?
No, this is it.
Yeah, probably.
Nice, okay.
Does it have the orange crayon?
Yeah, it just has a little orange crayon in its hand. It's drawing faces on the trees.
It's got like a clipboard that it's like using for the trucks that pass by.
Yeah, it's the surveyor.
Oh wait, I would fuck it. Look at that thing.
Me too.
Unfortunately, though, as it's looking at the truck, it looks over directly at you again, Jeremy, as you are sitting open in the back of the truck. It lets out a horrendous scream and starts charging the truck.
I'm taking out my gun.
Why don't you just drive?
You're driving,
yeah.
like.
Yeah, you're so right. I'm gonna drive faster.
Okay, you got it. So you drive. Roll me a drive.
You mean a control?
Yeah, it's a control. It's a drive. Drive is part of control.
Yeah. Jeremy just kind of like sits up and just sighs whenever he sees it charging at him.
I am gonna use a thingy to make it so that I can have 3 dice.
Okay, this is a high risk, so yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Hi, I'm the thing at risk.
I have
I will also
the-
give you one by trying to shout directions.
okay, but I have, so like my control thingy is full. What does that mean? Like the little diamond thing?
That means it's a gilded.
That means gilded.
So if
Okay.
you roll a
If you use the first die in the
If you
set,
use
you
the
get your
first
drive
one.
back. A drive back.
Yeah.
yeah.
We just count it as the first dice you roll because we can't figure out any
So,
other
and
way
I'm
to-
also giving you a drive, so you gotta roll an extra one as well from me.
I mean, the first die is just like, I mean, might as well be, man.
Yeah.
Your first, it's 3 5s. Mixed
I'm
success.
using the first one, so let's go.
You get your drive back. So as you start gunning the thing and the truck starts bumping and moving about, the creature starts coming up there. You are starting to get away from it, but as it does so, it just lets out this roar that just gets into everyone's ear, except oddly enough for you, Corey, because you have the amulet on. Everyone, from the horrific scream of the creature fleeing from you, each of you will take a brain as the horrors of that scream drive into your skull.
I would like to point something out real quick. This goes back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Back to that misdirection roll that we made. I forgot about our circle ability in this together when you spend a drive to help an ally on a roll. Because we failed that, me and Carly would both get a drive back of our choice.
Okay.
Just throwing that
okay.
out there because
Thank you for reminding me.
semi-important.
That means you guys, yeah, I'll trust you
But
guys
I got
keep
this
track
drive
of it.
back, so we're fine.
Yeah,
And I
just your
still have-
choice.
Okay, so I just marked myself. I got yeah. Okay. Okay. I have the right number of drives. I've just checked.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so the creature starts losing distance as you start gunning forward, still zooming by the trees at rapid speeds.
And that means Crystal also gets her drive back, right? Because she tried to help me.
No.
No, it's only when
Well,
you
we didn't
fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why we got it back whenever you try to help me distract the people in the truck.
And then as soon as
Sure.
we're like in a clearing, I'm gonna say, "See, told you I was a good driver."
My head feels full of dirt.
John just nods at her. Yeah, I can see that.
I feel fine.
Might be the gunshot wound.
So are we in the grove in of itself, like completely?
You are. As you are moving through the grove now, the creature lost in the distance. You do make your way towards it. You do see what looks to be a group of men, though. As at this point, you see that there are corporation stooges plucking the trees from the trees. Making your way into what seems to be the center of the orchard, you hear several thugs of the Radiant Corporation picking the fruits from the various trees. Each time they pick a fruit, there seems to be a hideous scream of a child emerging from the sound of the tree. You see one tree where the thug picks the last fruit from the tree, and as it does so, the tree shrivels up and falls over. As it does fall, it starts to shrink, and the log remaining looks terrifyingly similar to that of a child's body in the fetal position.
Oh man.
As you
All
hear,
right.
it goes,
It's about time we abort this grove, guys.
Jeremy's just gonna give John the look.
Same.
Sorry, I don't say that in character.
Oh, okay.
As you do though, you hear one of the men cry out, goes,
Oi, another tree spent. We'll have to get more fruit from the main tree in the central.
I didn't like any of those words.
I liked all of them, just not together.
Fair.
Are they? Did you say there was like a compound too?
They said there was a main tree in the center of the grove.
Okay. Well,
Abby, do you think that if we lit some of your hay on fire and threw it into that place, that it would burn?
Well, it's the bleed, so we don't really know what it's gonna do.
I mean, you blew
Have
up
to
the
test
last
how
creature that we met
flammable
up
it
with
is.
bleed.
Yeah. But that was a creature. Maybe plants are different. Plants are very resilient.
Whatever you say, Jeremy's just gonna lay back down.
But we
I don't
can
know why you
try,
didn't
but we
trust
also
my-
would probably want to make sure we can get out of here if we do that.
Listen, I'm behind the wheel. My expert driving will get us out of this.
Just remember that you can't reverse.
that's with the car. I don't know if this can reverse.
True. I just
Keith,
assume
can I
that was a
reverse
cross.
this?
You know, honestly, for a truck, I can't imagine a loading truck being useful unless it has some sort of reverse.
True.
No, there's a reverse. The button's right here. I don't know how to drive, so I'm assuming it's a button.
It's a stick shift, but yeah.
So far away.
Me too, Polly. Me too.
That's amazing. I don't drive either, but I do know reverse is a stick shift.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't have to drive. I'm cute. Men drive for me.
Honestly, same.
You're so real for that.
In any case, as you continue moving
Is it the same for you, Heath? Are you cute and men drive for you?
Nah, I just walk.
Honestly, women also drive for me.
I go 90 in a 65. And it's a good life. One stray slick spot in the road, and I'm going to end up in pieces.
Please don't.
Ah, well. You wouldn't find out. You'll be fine.
Well, I would when you stop coming to the sessions.
Ah, well.
I'd probably find out.
Virginia man blows up.
Anyways, back to the game.
Hey! I know that guy.
God. You guys continue driving down the area, seeing more and more of the thugs picking more of the trees, hearing the cries and screams. I will say as you are moving towards it, what do you guys wish to do, if anything?
Do we see the main tree?
At the moment, no. But in the distance, it looks like there's a dome.
How big is How big is Doug's Dimmadome?
The gnome.
Doug's Digadome is about probably at a glance 20 feet tall. Not quite sure the circumference.
Hey, Abby.
Okay.
What?
Do you think maybe you could try to commune with the children?
Oh, that is a loaded sentence there.
That's fucking dark.
I mean, I could try. I don't know what you want me to ask.
Perhaps if they are the tree, they might be able to lash out in a unfortunately literal sense.
I feel like if they could have done that, they would have done that already.
But maybe their fight is gone.
I think we need to find out whatever tree has the white fruit and burn it down. The creature in the mountains was one thing. This is a whole different level of evil. Speechless, I know.
Well, any plan's as good as that one.
I can shoot
Well-
the tree, but I don't think that'll be much help.
If we get out, I can try and commune with the tree.
Don't worry, I got Sommelier's special.
Jesus.
Maybe it'll tell us what direction to go, or what to do.
Overdose on
Or try and take my mind over. But that's, that's a complicated place.
What if it turns
I'm
you
sure they'll
into a
struggle.
tree yourself?
Then I would be perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
I fucking love you, Crystal. That's amazing.
Alright. As we drive up towards this dome, does it seem to be protected by more soldiers?
As you approach the dome, at the moment it doesn't seem to have soldiers nearby it, though the dome itself seems to be closed at the moment. You see what looks to be like an iron padlock locking a door.
Alright, so what we should do is park the truck by the door, pointing it out the way we came from, so that we can make a hasty getaway. And it's a good thing you have that axe, Jeremy, even though we didn't get to use it on the
Pleasure's all mine.
trees. We could break this lock with it.
If only we had Cyrus's acid.
If only.
I would prefer we not do anything with acid.
Or a
Go for
lockpick.
some acid right now.
We could not have anything to do with acid.
Do any of you know how to pick a lock?
Yes. Damn it.
It might just be quieter if we do it that way.
I don't have it in like my gear stuff, but I assume that somebody like Jeremy would have.
There is a
Hey.
blank spot that you can make something up in.
There is a thing called burglary equipment.
I don't have that. I know how to pick a lock, but I don't have the equipment to do so. I could try to with a spare piece of wire, but I doubt that would get us anywhere far.
I don't think we have any wire, but we do have some hay.
Do I have anything in my investigation equipment that could be used as like a MacGyver lockpick?
Probably not really.
What if I
give me the
try
axe.
really hard?
I got a lockpick right here.
Do you actually?
I will shoot something if I have to.
Let's worry about that as like a plan D thing.
Jeremy, the axe, please.
I hand you the axe.
Okay.
It's quieter than a gunshot.
Many things are. Roll me a strike.
Alright.
I'll say there's a mid-risk.
Go ahead and use a drive on this one.
Mixed success.
4.
Is that one gilded?
Yeah, that one's gilded, so I'll get my drive back at least.
So as you crack into the lock, it does start to swing open, but you hear a voice come from the other side of the door. Suddenly goes,
Who disturbs me?
Well,
It's Joe. Joe Mama.
I'm so sorry to hear about Joe's mama.
she was
I'm
a
gonna-
wonderful woman.
Can I roll a sway to try to get some?
"Sure, roll me a sway."
Can I give him a drive? Like, what are you doing over there? You know you're supposed to be getting to work over this way.
Sure, why not?
I
Fuck
give
it.
him a drive.
A 5.
It's a 5. It's a mixed success. I didn't even know you had sway.
I got 2 points in it.
Nice. You hear him go,
Well, Joe Mama.
Wonderful.
You have awakened my nap, and I need to feed.
as the door bursts open, and a big black tentacle-like tree branch stretches out, revealing a creature on the other side. As one moment, as I shall reveal,
Quick,
what you
Abby,
see.
get your tomatoes.
I only have one. I was saving that for later.
As this is what you see on the other side of the door.
Golben's crotch tomato might work.
It was a secret quest item the whole time.
Ah, right. Glad I got Sommelier's Glad I got Sommelier's special.
It already
John?
seems to be on fire.
As you guys speak, the tentacle tree grabs John by the leg and pulls him
Can
in.
I use a move to try to dodge?
Sure. Like you haven't said anything. I was trying to move it along.
Alright, I'm gonna use a drive on this.
That's promising.
Nice.
6.
So you're able to
Yeah,
dodge
nice.
out of the way as the tentacle just
like a-
switched by your foot.
I do a Resident Evil dodge. I look up at the tree and I'm like, I'm not Joe Mama, bitch.
That goes so hard.
I'm gonna take cover behind the vehicle. I don't know. I don't know how far away from the vehicle we were. Or what else is around us?
I mean, it's just the vehicle and the dome at this point. As the tentacle tree goes wild, it goes,
I will feed upon you, so I may make more of my children.
That's not a good thing.
Can
is
I
the
use
tree
it?
actually on fire, or is that just because
The art.
the art.
the art?
That
Okay.
Was it on fire? I didn't
Um,
even notice that, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that's kind of like a fire underneath it.
Guys, I'm sorry, this might be really stupid, but I'm gonna use my heavy weapon. And I kind of figured, since we're going to a grove, this might be appropriate. John had this backpack on, and he pulls this spout from the side of the backpack attached to a hose as he has a flamethrower for the heavy weapon.
Good God Almighty.
God, you gotta love the tools of war.
After a recent gunshot victim, I really don't.
I'm sure you'll come to appreciate it now.
Well, I suppose in this instance.
As you pull it out anyways, the large creature starts to look over, and you see that it starts unrooting its body from the dirt and starts crawling towards you.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna get out and try to distract it. I don't know how yet. Shit.
So what's the plan?
Burn it!
Burn it!
Kill it with fire!
Do I have a lighter?
Jeremy, I will just run like between its legs and stuff, trying to keep it distracted, so that way John can get a shot on it.
So you're doing exactly what? Sorry, Jeremy?
Oh, trying to like run between its legs to distract it to give John a good shot on it.
That's gonna be a move, honestly, if you're doing that. Because I know you're trying to distract, but you're doing a movement, so...
That's fair.
You don't have the ghost blade anymore, do you, Abigail?
Nope.
I will not do that.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm kind of not built for this. I already have 2 body marks. I'm gonna hide in the trunk.
Just gonna hide.
I am built for one thing.
Me too. And it happens to be this.
Go get him, John.
So Jeremy,
Abigail will run out holding the tomato. And she's gonna like try and be evasive at the same time as yelling, "This tomato tastes better than the fruits of your children." And I want to use my feature, play the bait, where I can draw the attention of a phenomenon, and I just have to play as the bait. And I just make a sense roll to bring it near to me, the creature.
okay, make your sense roll.
Jeremy is just going to stare, just like, dear God, we're all so dead.
I'm going to use... I'm assuming this is high stakes.
Yes, everything at this point is high stakes. No matter what you do, it's high stakes now.
I will use 2 drive, so I have 4 dice.
Mixed success.
And because the first one is the one I use, I get one of my things back to the skill.
Yeah.
Cool.
So as you run out saying this tomato is better than your taste of your children, he goes, lies, and he grabs you by your leg. He does get distracted, but he ends up grabbing you and just flinging you up in the air as you were tossed in skyward.
There she goes.
I'm gonna shoot it with the flamethrower.
Okay, roll your shoot.
Alrighty, and Just use a sharpshooter here.
It's Abigail split into the She just says,
Oh shit.
Crit
"It's a good thing
success!
I have hay, so I'm padded."
Oh, and it was gilded too, isn't it?
No, that one
What
is
the fuck
not.
is that
Ah,
roll?
damn.
Sorry, Chris.
Crit
what was-
beauty.
Success. Very nice.
So
A
crit,
thing of beauty.
the crit success is you as you ignite the flamethrower, it hits high, and all of a sudden it just bursts out into flames, and this thing hits it directly center, just causing it to burst into flames as it screams in agony and rage, lit on fire, moving about wildly. As it does so, I need you to make your hide check, Jeremy.
You need me to make a what check?
Hide, your hide. You said you were hiding.
That is true. I'm gonna spend 2 of my drive to get 4 dice.
Success.
I'll take it.
So luckily, as you were hitting, the thing starts flailing wildly, smashing things up. But luckily, you were unable to be seen. Corey, what are you doing as this now flaming tree is running towards you?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Just gonna shoot the tree, okay?
I don't think it'll work, but maybe I can. Okay. I'm gonna try and knock some of its teeth out.
Sure, you take a shot at its mouth. Roll a shoot.
That's the second time Jeremy's gotten away from the giant big boss creature at the end of a session by hiding.
By hiding.
That's a mixed
4.
success. So you do shoot it, causing it to flinch, and it doesn't like just totally barrel you over. Unfortunately, though, as it screams out, one of its flaming branches cracks you across the face, lighting you on fire for a moment. You do take a body mark as you are lit aflame.
My first one.
As
In the
the
club.
creature is screaming, as you just hear, "Ah!" As Crystal Abigail slams to the ground. Take a body mark.
And as she lands, a puff of hay goes everywhere as it comes out of her pockets.
I was
And the tomatoes splattered on the floor.
You know why she'd been up there for so long? I completely
You think
forgot
it's just a
about her.
bunch of blood and it's the tomato?
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's died!
And as the creature now engulfing in flames due to the critical screams its last agonizing throws, it starts to fall down, and popping and sizzling. As it does, you hear the screaming echoes throughout the entire forest.
Not a good sign.
As
John pulls out a cigarette and uses the flamethrower to light it really quick.
Now is not the time for badassery. Get in the truck.
As
I'm
you
gonna,
look
run out
about,
and
and the
help.
trees are now uprooting and moving towards you.
Yeah, we should probably go.
I'm getting in the driver's seat.
I'm gonna get in the back.
I'm
with
gonna
the
help Abby
flamethrower.
get up and get into the truck.
As the trees are uprooted, you also see leading the trees, the white beast is barreling towards you at full speed.
I'm gonna get in the back of the truck
I'm-
with the flamethrower and kind of like situate myself so I can shoot these creatures.
Abby, this is a very rare instance where you are the most tolerable out of the whole group. Please be aware of this.
I'm gateway
Abigail
driving.
gets up,
Getaway driving.
fucking Old woman limpy walk, but in a hurry because her ass fucking hurts from landing.
No, that's why Jeremy came out and was like helping her in.
Yeah.
So as you guys pile into the truck, what is each of you doing?
Getting in the driver's seat, starting it, and ready to make the quickest turn of my life out of here.
Okay, so I need you to make me a drive check then.
Oh no. 4.
That's a big success. That's okay. So as you you start booking her down the road, and you're like, I got it, and you start dodging the trees, but unfortunately, as you start moving, and it's like, ha ha! And all of a sudden, as you do, the white beast leaps onto the hood of the truck and starts looking at you and just claws across your chest. As the white beast is now hanging on to the vehicle. You take a body, Carly.
I'm gonna shoot the white creature with the flamethrower.
Oh God.
Maybe don't operate my
You're in the back.
I am in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the
Go back,
front.
you
It's
fuck
because
this
it's on
up.
the hood.
Is it? Okay. Oh, it's on the hood. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's
on
like
the
no-
hood because it attacked.
So I don't
Harwood.
see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
You don't see it.
Can I try and
Well,
like?
it's an open
like-
truck, right? You see it. It's just if you use a flamethrower, you would be using it over top of Gordy, right?
That's why I said this could go really bad. If you fuck
Right.
this up.
I figured it was on top of the truck where I could just shoot it in the ass.
No, like there is no top of the truck. It's an open truck.
Okay, gotcha.
Right?
I'll shoot it with my 1911 then.
Okay.
Use another drive for a sharpshooter here.
Success!
Damn, dude.
As you crack in it screams off as you kind of knock it off. It's still hanging on, but doesn't able to get another attack off and moves. What are you doing, Jeremy?
I don't know.
How is it hanging on?
At this point, it's got like one of its claws dug right into the hood of the truck.
You guys
I really
Oh,
am
wait,
not
no.
designed for this. Yeah, I think the best thing I can do is still stay out of the other people's way and hide.
Just gonna hide in the truck.
I don't have
again.
anything else.
Okay, so you duck down to hide.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably be more of a hindrance if I tried to help out right now.
Fair.
One move, 0 strike, 0 control.
I mean, maybe. Well, yeah, I don't know. What do you have?
What do you mean?
What are all your points on?
Sway, hide, all intuition and cunning based. 2
Wait,
sway, 2 hide, 2 sense, focus, survey.
You have focus.
1 in focus, yeah.
What about sense?
2.
Dude, you could definitely do sense stuff.
Yeah.
What could I do in this situation?
Well,
Maybe.
it's a supernatural creature, dude. Sense also has like the ability of like mind fuckery, right? You can try to fuck with it.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression it was more like just detecting bleed.
Well, there's that part of it, but you can also like try to reach your sense out to interfere, right?
Yeah, okay.
Because that's the
There's
channel part, right? That's
yeah,
channeling.
channel.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try to not necessarily mind control it, but like warp its perception so that way it gets thrown off.
Don't you also have another item on you still? I don't think you used all 3.
I've used the hand weapon and the flash powder. I don't think a magic show gimmick is going to help.
Hey, you. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
You should have more
I
equipment
can
than
do a
that.
card trick in its face.
Hidden weapon, blood detector, and bleed containment vial. Bleed detector and bleed containment vial.
Oh, fair enough. I didn't know if you had an arcane thing or not.
No.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Try. So you try to use your sense to your channel to try to mess with his head.
Yeah, I'll burn another intuition so I get 3 dice.
Okay.
There
That
we
was
go.
a crit success. So as you turn, the creature like roars off and it's like grasping its head, and now it's like basically to the point where it's now flipped upside down on the car, barely holding on as the wheels are kind of driving over it. Abigail, what are you doing?
I'm assuming it's out of my reach.
I mean,
You could do
reach
what I'm
for
doing and-
what?
We could try to
Like-
work together to mind control it.
I'd have to like completely like basically lean all the way to like if I wanted to physically strike it with like a melee.
I mean, depends what you're striking it with.
Short range melee.
Yeah, I mean, if you climbed up in the front seat, you could probably reach it.
Sure. Can I do that and stab it with that piece of wood that I grabbed earlier?
Sure. We go full circles. You take your wood to try to stab it in the foot to latch off the last of it off the truck. Roll me a strike.
That is very bad.
So as you go to reach out and... Oh,
I can use a resistance for that.
okay, you don't get the
So I'll
drive back,
reroll
though.
it.
You just roll a 1.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Mixed success.
That's all I need.
So as you do get out there and strike it, you do able to crack it into the foot, causing it to scream in agony and pain. As you do so, though, you see that the blood splashes off of its foot and it hits you in the arm, and your skin starts to bubble and blister. Take a bleed.
Ooh, because I get a bleed, I get to know more about the phenomenon that hurt me.
Yes, this is called the White
So-
Beast, the guardian of the tree of life. Its sole purpose is to kill anything that would try to harm it.
I just killed the
Cool.
tree of life.
Well done, John.
Typical Friday night for him.
And as you guys bolt through the forest grove, emerging from the thing, the dark tree thing, as you notice the white trees all start also moving towards the black tree. They start to flow themselves on top of it, bursting themselves into flames. And eventually the entire grove starts to light up on this big, massive bonfire. As you leave, a giant pillar of smoke emerges into the air as you move down the roads, exiting the grove, leaving the soul fruit grove behind. You make...
John sits down. This is why I hate fruit.
You know, I'm starting to see your way of thinking, John.
And with that, you guys eventually return back home. And once again find yourselves back at the Candela Obscura headquarters. You still see your doctor friend passed out on the couch, snoring away, as apparently the sleeping potion took quite the effect on the old man. And Bertram looking over at all of you.
I see. You have returned. Was your mission successful?
Well, there's probably going to be no more soul fruit.
Well, that is good then. Luckily, the rest of the Obscura will help deal with the people that are addicted to the fruit and help wean them off it to avoid the worst of the withdrawal effects. Luckily, the fruit itself is no longer an issue.
I just want you to know that there was a special white fruit that they were giving children. And I believe they were turning them into little miniature trees to pick the regular fruit from.
That is disturbing.
Abby, what did you perhaps call the big tree?
I called it something.
Oh, no, sorry, that was something that was just explained to you. My bad.
Either way,
Oh,
sommeliers.
you mean when Heath gave me the information?
Yeah, and referred to it as the tree of life.
I'll be honest, I don't remember what it was. Heath would have to re-say it.
It was just called the Tree of Life.
Tree of life? Okay.
I was just wondering if we get any more information about that.
I mean, part of the Candela Obscura is they don't know everything. And unfortunately, she learned about the beast, not the tree.
No, that's what I meant, was like we could ask Bertram about if he knows anything.
Yeah, fair enough. He would look at...
Tree of Life. There are some records of it from the ancient past. Apparently it was a tree that, at one point, granted its fruit would give those that ate it eternal life in longevity. Though some of the records say that during the dark explosions of the world, the tree itself became corrupted, and its fruit became something else.
Well, the Tree of Life is firewood now.
Ash, really.
Probably for the best. I don't
It
know if
seems-
eternal life is something this world is ready for.
At least in that way.
Yeah, if that's true, I will send the Candela Obscura immediately towards it. If records are correct, the Tree of Life cannot be truly destroyed. It will regrow within time. But perhaps if we find its seedling, we can lock it away in the lighthouse's vault.
Probably better off than in the Radiant Corporation's hands.
Indeed. Well, this will do another blow to the Radiant Corporation, at least.
Never a bad day, if that's the case. As he, sits down just on one of the chairs. Welcome to the crew, Corey. Seems like you're here now.
Glad to be here, she says with a fucking giant gash in her chest.
Would you like that looked at?
So forward, John.
Yeah,
I meant by a medic.
do you want to see my chest? I mean, I'm, maybe not here, but
Well, go on, big guy.
It's only fair. John's been showing off his chest this whole time.
yeah, his is out on display. What about What about equality,
Yeah,
guys?
laws
This is
for
fucked up.
this.
His is on display because he is an action hero.
I own a gun too. I can't show a little titty.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what?
Speaking of doctors, I have a bullet in my shoulder.
No
Yeah.
one cares about you. Are you gonna take off your shirt?
You saw me pantsless. What else do you want?
My word, what were you all doing in those woods?
God,
Nothing I consented to, I'll have you know.
It was a fairy. A fairy pantsed him.
It took off his pit in broad daylight. His ass was just out.
I wear undergarments.
Oh, also, that little fuck Golden was out there.
Oh? How did that go?
I gave him a gun, but had no bullets.
You gave...
It was a trade for information.
Well, hopefully that doesn't bite us in the...
Looks over at Jeremy.
Go on. Use your next words carefully.
Hopefully it doesn't backfire upon us.
Agreed.
The fairy did say that your ass was small too.
Well, if Golden becomes a problem, I will just solve it like I've solved the last two problems so far. With the
a
help
large
of the
amount
crew,
of fire and
course.
explosives.
Superior firepower. Gets the job done every time.
I still think everything went better when we had the machete.
Ditto.
What? I didn't miss a shot! As far as
Well,
I'm concerned, both the 1911, the flamethrower, and the machete are all batting the hundreds. Because like I said, it's the man behind the tool, not the tool itself. He
I
grins.
still like the machete.
Alright, fine for
Speaking
you,
of
I'll bring the
tools-
machete next time.
Well, John, you definitely are a tool. Man.
I was gonna say, speaking of tools, and look at Jeremy. You rat.
Bertram used the joke. You can't use it on me. Too bad. Haha.
I started it first, and he just stole it.
What was that, Corey? Unfortunately, it seems like you're not the first one to the punch.
I'm pouting. I'm crossing my arms and pouting.
John will give her a head pat. They're there now.
Don't ruffle my hair. It's elegantly disheveled, just the way I like it.
I see.
She'll like mess her hair back up the way it was.
But
Well,
seriously, we should probably get you both to a medic. You're bleeding profusely.
Yeah, I'm starting to get lightheaded.
Yeah, I'm a little woozy myself.
in any case, I will send you off to the doctors. Yes, oh, my dear Abigail, you have quite the welt on your posterior.
He's looking at your
I'm
ass.
impressed that you can see that.
He's looking at your ass. He's looking at your ass.
In any case, it looks like you could all use a bit of patching up. The doctors will take care of that.
How's my posterior? I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
Bert, I am truly sorry you ended up with us.
Perhaps
Truly
someday
am.
you'll get promoted.
Unfortunately, I'm already a lighthouse keeper. I just got the short end of the stick.
Well, on the bright side, we haven't failed a mission so far.
Indeed, things have gone well, and no dead cops this time, so I take it as an improvement.
With time comes experience, Bertram. And I am feeling very dizzy. We should go see the doctor.
And with that, you guys make it off to the local doctor to remove bullet wounds, attend gashes in your chest, and big bruises on your ass. And that is where we will end it tonight.